I think like these axes are fine. These axes are fine. If not, then I'll like make a change somewhere in between. But I think support value is something that like not a ton of people really talk about. Like it kind of just gets glossed over. So I definitely want to make a point of like designating like characters that are strong support wise, because like you can be strong for different reasons, right? Like people tend to think that like it's just strictly, well, you're top tier, you're low tier, and these characters are good at everything and these characters are good at nothing, and that's not necessarily the case. So, let's just jump in here and see what happens here. So I guess I'm just gonna go from top to bottom like this, I guess. Really matter. You don't know why people stop using 2 axes? Because it's lazy. Like they just, yeah, that's what it is. They just don't want to put in, you know, the work to do 2 axes, which is fine. Like, it's just like that. Okay, so we have Lord Ssj Goku. So I'm also gonna like try to talk about the characters as much as I can. I'm not an expert on every character, but I think I know a decent amount, or at least a good amount for most characters. There's only a few that I'm like, I don't really know what this character has or does, but Ssj Goku. So it's interesting. This is not where I'm actually like putting him yet, but so what are the character's pros, right? Still does a ton of damage, has great neutral. Of course, he has the beam assist. He has high damage DHCs as well. He also has like specific synergy with characters like Piccolo, where they can get like charge. You know, they can get charge. Special beam, you know, his air super giving SKD can like give setups to characters with quick supers as well, just off rip, which is also very good. And the tools on point, he has El Tatu, which is like one of the dumbest moves in the whole game. It's 7 frames. It's a 7-frame airborne move, and even on the ground it's -2, so like it's he can force a lot of like interesting RPS. And the crazy thing about it is that like since the move isn't really being used in that manner that much, there's a lot of people that'll like bite on the RPS aspect after El Tatu, and you can eat tons of damage from this character if you ever get hit by him. He also builds a lot of meter, which is something that like doesn't really get highlighted, but like with his normal routes, especially if he makes it to the corner, like he builds like at least 2 bars per combo, which is really good, obviously, because he also doesn't have to ground his opponent to end his combos, because he has air supers. So Goku's still a very convenient character. He's very flexible. He works with an extremely overwhelming majority of the cast. There's not really many teams that you can't play this character on. And the only real thing that changed so like the thing is like people think that like he's like worse in the game. Like I don't really understand how people could have him down here when like in season 2, right? In season 2, the character was exactly the same, except he had 2 frames faster on his 2M, right? Like his 2M was just better, right? That was the only thing that changed. And in season 2, he was all the way up here. Like you could not argue, right? In season 2, he was undeniably top tier, like very undeniably top tier. So the difference between season 2 Ssj Goku and season 3 Ssj Goku is not very much. Like it's 12 frames, right? The 2M is 12 frames. It's also much more negative on block, but it has much more range. So as a footsie tool, it's actually like it's pretty good. Like I know that a lot of people are gonna freak out about this, but I actually think the 2M is like a pretty good move. I just think people tunnel vision on what it used to be as opposed to what it is now. Anthony with the 3 months, thank you, man. So like, yeah, you just treat it like a slide normal, and I think it's definitely fine. Like I don't know. The only issue with it is that it doesn't jail out of lights. If it jailed out of lights, like it would be like, I think Goku would easily still be like high, like top of like high tier. Like it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So like, yeah, all the other strong aspects of the character are still there. And even the part that got nerfed is still serviceable. So like I don't think that by any means I could put him on the bottom half of characters. I think he's somewhere like probably right above like mid, like he's probably like top of like mid tier. And I think his support value is really high. I actually think his support value is like really high. So like maybe like somewhere like over here, something like that. He still supports the team very well with all the things that I talked about: DHC, damage on supers, SKD availability. He still gets SKD everywhere. He builds a lot of meter as well. All those things like contribute to like support value of a character. It's not simply like how good are your assists. Now obviously his assists are good, right? Like not only A assist but B assist is also a 20 frame 40 frame block stun move, right? So like that's also really good. There's not many teams in the game that I think would value it over Beam, because like Beam is still like pretty valuable, I would say, but it is a very good alternative option, especially if you choose to play like or like let's say you have like a Beam on your team already, or you like want to play Ssj Goku mid or something like that, right? Then like I think B assist becomes like a pretty viable option for teams that need the block stun, or just want a fast assist. Fast assists are very valuable in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So and like I said, like some of the placements here might get shifted around as I put more people on the list, because like obviously all of this is relative. So okay, Krillin, it seems like people are starting to like realize that like Krillin's pretty good. Now I don't think he's like insane. I don't think he's like top tier like some people think he is, but I do think he's really strong. I think he's one of the better like anchor / support characters this season. What does he have that's really good about him? He has two really strong assists. He has Beam and Rocks, two of the best assists in the game. He has great level 3 Oki. His Beam is really fast, even though like, you know, as much as I hate people relying on Beam in neutral, it is still a really good Beam, of course. He has RPS availability with -2 solar flare, and they buffed his grounded normal so they can actually like anti-reflect and like, you know, kind of play footsies in the mid-range. Now I don't think that's his strongest suit by any means, but like it definitely helps. He also has the after image plus frames. I think after image can be 50-50 with the right assist. I don't know what he needs to make it like a real 50-50, but like a lot of people will just get hit by it either way. Like even if it's not, even if it never becomes a 50-50, a lot of people get hit by the after image stuff, so it's definitely very valuable. And if you block it, then it's plus. So like he actually like has some tools to set up like RPS and some pretty weighted favorable situations for him. He can just 50-50 with Sensu Beam, but I think you need like higher block stun for that, don't you? Because he has to like string and then Sensu Beam and then have time to air dash and jail. Why can't he have a grounded Taioken? He does have a grounded Taioken. He doesn't have an airborne one. He already has grounded solar flare. What are you talking about? High block stun in corner. Okay, yeah. You need around 40. Okay, yeah. So like that is something you can do, but like not everyone's playing 40 block stun assists. So like, yeah. But like I said, I think the other offensive pressure tools he has is like probably enough once he gets in. I think the problem with the character is that like getting in. I think that's still like pretty hard for him. I think his Ki Blasts are unique and usable, but not necessarily the greatest tool against like these neutral bullies that we see in meta right now, like your base Vegetas, your Z Broly's. Like I think it's still pretty hard for him to play in the neutral with that, assuming that, like considering that his normals are still like pretty short, especially in the air, and like I said, his Ki Blast game isn't necessarily the greatest, to the point where like most Krillins are just like YOLO committing to beams, and I'm just like, come on bro, please. So like I think he definitely like has really good support value. Like he's definitely towards the right over here, probably like somewhere like around here. I think he's very solidly high tier. You could fit him on a ton of teams. Like every team in the game can use rocks. Any team in the game can use rocks. Any team in the game can use beam. So like, yeah, like I think there's a lot of value. There's a lot of value that Krillin adds to a team, and you don't sacrifice very much by putting him on your team. So yeah, pretty good. I think Krillin is definitely really good this season. Piccolo, oh my god. Okay, so so Piccolo is like that character that always flies under the radar, like because when new seasons drop, everyone is always so infatuated with like how many new things that characters have that Piccolo tends to like somehow become underrated season in and season out. He is absolutely insane. He got buffs, so his routes are like even crazier. He has good level 3 Oki. Of course, we talked about all of his air buttons are like insane. Like JL, JM, and JH are all like absurd buttons. They're actually crazy. And he also has like pretty decent support value with A assist. Like, and the reason I say decent is because like I like to take all assists into account. I think like probably 99.9% of teams are playing A, of course, because orbs are crazy. But I also think that like not every team uses orbs as well as some characters. Like I think some characters are like super ultra impossible to deal with orbs. Particularly characters with 17 frame command grabs are like impossible to deal with orbs behind them. He also has like pretty consistent SKD setups as well, natural anti-reflect as well, like throwing the orb on someone's wake up and then anti-reflecting with like 5H and whatnot is very, very strong. He has access to a guard point move, so his defense isn't the worst. He does have like some type of escape option in those tough situations. And he also can still block string Hell Zone with certain assists. I think he needs single hit assist that is like 30 frames of block stun or something like that. And he can do block string Hell Zone 50-50, which is very valuable. And single hit assists that are 30 frame block stun is not that hard to come across anymore. I don't know if it's actually 30. I would love to know like the exact numbers for stuff like this, but to my knowledge, they said that you can do it with Blue Goku B, the tackle, and I think that's 29. I think that's 29 frames of block stun, I want to say, on Blue Goku B. So, like, that's not that hard to find anymore. Like, that's not that difficult. So, like, his availability is like not that crazy. I think the issue is he loses a lot of matchups. Now that's the issue, I think, with Piccolo. I think his strengths are extremely strong, of course, but I do think that he has a hard time. He has a really hard time in meta right now because a lot of relevant characters like kind of smoke him, right? Like 21 deletes Piccolo. Like it's really hard for him. It's really hard for him to survive in the neutral against characters with good Ki Blast game. And if you look at the top tiers, which like we haven't placed the top tiers quite yet, but when all is said and done, most of the top tiers have extremely good Ki Blast game. And it's really hard. It's really hard for him to survive as a point character in those matchups. And like certain characters, right? There's also like niche characters like Frieza that like kind of mitigate the way the orb assist, right? If you have piercing Ki Blasts or availability, if you have like a fast beam available or something, then it's much easier to deal with orb than like a character like Bardock, right? Which kind of just has to hold this orb coming towards him slowly. So while I think he beats those characters really hard, like I think he does extremely well against like Bardock type characters. The characters that are like regarded as top tier in meta right now kind of like handle him. They kind of put the hands on him. So I think Piccolo is like I think he's definitely better than Ssj. I think he's probably like, I would probably put him like about the same tier as Krillin at the moment. I might, like I said, I might make some small adjustments here and there, but I think he's very solidly high tier, like very solidly high tier. And I think if you think otherwise, it's like that. It's silly. Like it's he's close support wise. Yeah. So like I think like it's probably going to end up being like closer like this. I do think Krillin's support value is better because level 3 Oki, 2 broken assists. Right. Krillin also has flexible, he can DHC into multiple Destructo discs, right? That's also really good. So like I think support value like Krillin's definitely higher, but I don't think like Piccolo's too far behind. But like I think it's much harder for Piccolo comps to survive if people are playing these landmine characters that either really deal with him well in the neutral or have a way to mitigate orbs much better. But then again, like that would rely on people's assist calls being good, and most people have really bad assist calls. So we'll just we'll just move on. Piccolo is definitely really strong. Okay, Team Gohan, man, what a character. Let's talk about Team Gohan. Rapid Ki Blast, fastest in the game. Lariat style move. 50-50s with an overwhelming majority of the cast. Builds a ton of meter. Does a ton of damage. Access to a level 5. Really strong level 1. I think it's 910 damage on the level 1. This character just kind of has everything that he needs. Like actually everything that he needs, Team Gohan has. And he's like he's probably like one of the most flexible characters in the entire game because of the availability of that 50-50 with most assists. So he's just kind of nuts, and he also has like good fake outs. He has like the bombs. He has really good optimized routes. He has access to a DP and DP assist as well, which DP assists are very strong in meta right now, so that definitely is a plus for him. And he just works, man. Team Gohan is the character to me that's just like, I look at him and I'm like, man, this character just works. He just works. he just works in like an overwhelming majority of comps and teams, and like most people that are looking for a point character, you're not gonna go wrong with throwing Team Gohan on point for the most part. So yeah, definitely a top tier character for sure. I think that like since he's so flexible, I can't really put his support value very low. It's just support in a different way. So like maybe like here or something like that. But yeah, Team Gohan is absolutely stupid. What a dumb character. What an absolutely stupid character. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Ssj Vegeta. Now this is a character that's kind of fallen out of favor. I don't think that this character is as weak as people are saying that he is. But what I do think is that I think his role has changed. I think he, as far as like just slapping him on a team as an anchor and moving on, I don't think that's really his role anymore. I don't think he's really much of an anchor at all. In meta right now, I don't think he's really an anchor, but I do think that he has good value as a mid or a point character. He has really extremely good Ki Blast game, has DPs, Lariat style move as I talked about before, builds a good amount of meter on his routes, can do some fine damage if he's supported with the right assists. So yeah, I feel like his role has really changed, and I still think he's like pretty flexible overall. It's just that like most people nowadays don't want to play Ki Blast assist, and I think that's like what makes the big difference. But I will say that his C assist is really good. It's a fully invulnerable C assist, which so like there's definitely value in that. But yeah, I think as far as like anchors go, I don't think he's like really an anchor too much anymore. But I think if you slap him on a team with like he's kind of like base Vegeta, right? Like it's very simple. Like he 50-50s with the same assist that base Vegeta does. It's just that the way they play neutral and the damage that they deal is different. So I think that like he's probably like, man, I think probably put Goku a little higher. Actually, let me readjust some of these really quick because I'm gonna need some room. I'm gonna need some room. I think he's probably not directly in the middle as far as like support goes. I think he's like a little bit above, because he does need like very specific assists to enable 50-50 and whatnot. But I still think he's like pretty okay. I think he's like probably like here, something like that. If you're a Fenrich, he's still an anchor. Well, he's not playing him anymore though, you know. Fenrich dropped him. You think he's better than Ssj Goku? I disagree. I think Ssj Goku is better because of the support value. Is what it feels like. Like they're good, but for different reasons. I think they're very good, but for different reasons. I think Ssj Goku has better RPS, does more damage, and like the neutral difference between the two is not that much. I don't think. Like, of course, Ssj Vegeta is way better in the air, but like Ssj's neutral is also really good. Rapid Ki Blast, 2S, teleporting move, good beam. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's pretty similar. Like, I don't think it's very much. Like, it might be like this, right? Like, I don't think it's by much, but Ssj Vegeta has a DP assist. He does. But it is a C assist, so you know how that goes. No, but it's good. It's like one of the few C assists that I could feel like it's actually worth playing. So yeah, that's. Oh, we're getting these giant boxes. Okay. Oh, sorry. Frieza. So, this is one of the characters that I play. So, what is good about Frieza? Frieza's a character that inhibits your movement, and that's like his role. His role is to just like kind of be annoying, and stop his opponent from moving like altogether. EX Pillar, just like. It's a stop sign. Like you just can't move against that move. It's 17 frames, goes full screen, and he has very good frame traps out of his Ki Blasts on people's jumps if they try to up back after blocking a Ki Blast and he presses EX Pillar, they get full comboed. It also combos into itself. So like that tool alone is like really strong. His Ki Blast also pierce, which is very relevant. So what I mean by pierce, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, is when you press 5S with Frieza, not only does the point character block it, but it actually goes through the point character and continues on full screen. Why is this relevant? Because of the way assist calls work. So if you call an assist and run forward, and Frieza is pressing 5S, your assist just gets smoked. It just doesn't matter because it pierces, it goes through them, and it continues on and interacts with the assist afterwards, which is really good. And it's also the reason that I think he does so well against Piccolo, right? Because a very common strategy for Piccolo players is have their point character run forward and press orbs, right? But if Frieza presses 5S, it goes through them and it kills orb as well. So piercing Ki Blast is very good. He does of course have flaw. He has access to solo plus frames as well. I do wish discs were a little bit more plus, but it's just the way it is. 2M is a pretty broken move. It's -2, 10 frames, multi-hit as well. His routes can do a good amount of damage if he has the right conditions. So he definitely like needs help to like really bring out the most in damage on his routes. But and I also think that his A assist is very good. It's pretty much an instant assist. It anti-airs, and you also can't see whenever he calls it. So that's really good. That's really good. Flaws. So the flaws that the character has is a lot of the things that he does is unconventional. So he doesn't have a traditional J2H. The angle on his buttons in the air is like kind of awkward. So like if you're at a point where you're like on the same level as Frieza, and you like super dash at him, like that's hard for him to deal with because his JL hits very low, and orb is like not really that fast, so it's hard to get the orb out in time if someone commits early. So like him going into the air isn't really the best. It got a little bit better with like them buffing JS, but like still not really where he wants to be. And of course the natural issue of his game plan, like his game plan as a zoner, doesn't really interact well with a game of Dragon Ball Fighters because there's not really chip damage, and he still has to go in and hit you in order for him to do damage, unless you're running into his stuff, which will happen. People will run into like EX Pillar and stuff like that. That move is absolutely stupid, but I think the macro game is pretty hard is pretty hard for Frieza. But he does have he has a lot of niche tools. If you don't know the matchup against Frieza, he will smoke you 100%. And Golden Frieza is probably one of the dumbest things in the game. It's 3 bars, but it's infinite guard point. It's pretty much like if you do not respect this move and you ended up doing a string into him as he Goldens, you lose a character. And that's like pretty good. I think it's something that he needs. I don't think I think it's very dumb, but I think if the character didn't have it, he would be way worse than he is now. I don't think Frieza's I don't think he's the strongest. And I do think he needs a little bit of help. He probably goes like probably somewhere down here, something like that. I don't think his support value is like that bad, because I think ASS is really good. And he also has a super that brings people to the ground, which is nice for DHC purposes. Does he have a good cross-up option? Yeah, it's actually broken. He has like one of the best cross-up options in the game. Cross-up JL is unreactable. It's the same as Tien Gohan JL. It's the same exact cross-up. The only issue is it's hard for Frieza to he can't convert solo without spending meter. So like if he gets a cross up, he has to spend vanish in order to full combo you. But Tien Gohan, right, he can spend EX legs and just get a full conventional combo solo. So like, yeah, the cross up option is similar, but Tien Gohan's reward is much better on it. So it's yeah, he can IDJM, but it's not on every character. It's actually character specific. It doesn't work on everyone. So yeah, yeah, but I don't think Frieza's unplayable. I don't think he's unplayably bad. And I think people that tunnel vision on the oh my god, if Broly puts on shield and super dashes at you, what do you do? Like, that situation does not come up very often, like at all. And he also has air level 3, right? So like if a Z Broly puts on shield and you know he's just gonna YOLO super dash at you because they're idiots, you just level 3 him, and then the shield is gone and they take 4,000 plus damage, and you get Oki afterwards. So it's like it's not nearly as bad as people say it is. So yeah. Okay, so Trunks. Trunks is a character that when season 3 dropped, it felt like everyone was like on the Trunks train. Everyone was like, yeah, everyone like, yeah, Trunks. Everyone's gonna play Trunks because he has beam now. It feels like in season 3.5 that it's kind of been diminished. Like, there's not nearly as many Trunks players as I saw in the original season 3. What is the reason for this? So let's talk a little bit about Trunks, right? So I think at the end of the day, Trunks is in a very odd spot. I think he's a really good support character because of his assists, but I also think he's very greedy. I think he's a greedy character. What do I mean by that? So Trunks is a character that kind of needs resources to really bring out the most in him, right? So like his level 3 mix, most of the time you have to spend extra meter in order to enable it, because you need to do a specific setup that makes it so he's not in the corner. But he does have access to that 50-50. He also has access to like the sparking stuff, right? Sparking Trunks is very strong, but of course you need to spend sparking in order to get that. That being said, he also has block string 50-50s with like a lot of assists. I don't think he needs much block stun to do like flip left rights, just like traditional flip left rights. In fact I think he can do it with like very low block stun assists even. But executionally, like, it's really easy to mess up Trunks stuff. It's like very easy to mess up Trunks stuff. So like he gets put in like a really weird spot. I think the assists are very good. His neutral is pretty solid. He has a 5S that's a beam. I think his air game leaves something to be desired. Like when Trunks goes into the air, he feels much less scary than he is on the ground. So that's definitely something to consider. And his low block stun mix, he only needs minimum base G to A. Oh, okay, yeah. So like that's like pretty good. That's like pretty good. And I don't know if that's a 50-50, but it's mix at least, right? And we like mix around here, so. He also has Shining Slash, which Shining Slash is really good. I think Shining Slash is a really good tool, because like people just kind of get hit by it, right? And EX Shining Slash goes really far, and you have to block it overhead. So like it can definitely lead to some really favorable situations for him. That being said, like I just feel like as far as support characters go, he just kind of gets it just feels like he's fallen off just a tiny bit, but I think he's still a great character. I just feel like a lot of people feel like he's more of a mid now than an anchor, which is like kind of fair, I think, especially if we're talking about like if you want to play Trunks while in sparking. I feel like that makes sense. Like put him mid, because like you feel much less bad about spending spark on a mid Trunks than you do on an anchor Trunks. But you could probably still play him anchor and be fine. It's just like what I've heard. Like I've heard that more people are kind of leaning towards mid for him. So I think Trunks is like, he's a high tier. I do think he needs more help than like Krillin. Wait, why is this behind? Wait, how do I... Oh god. Okay, I don't know how this works with like putting things behind or in front. I don't really know. I don't really know what to do about certain things being behind or in front. Now he's stuck. I don't know. Can I make this bigger by chance? Like can I blow up the axes so I can space things apart more? Does anyone know if there's a way to do that? Double click? I think so. That doesn't seem to work. Let's see. Support axes. I think he's pretty resource greedy. So like probably like around here, something like that. I think he's a high tier. I don't think he's top tier. I think people thought he was top tier at the beginning of season 3. I don't think he's top tier, personally. I don't does anyone know, like, if there's a way to like force something to be in front? I have no idea. It's ugly. Right click? I mean, nah, that just brings up my open image and new tab menu and whatnot. I'm gonna micromanage some of these as well. Like, I think Krillin's better right now than these two by a bit. But yeah, I'll go back and I'll Trunks is not as greedy as Gotenks. I would disagree. I think Trunks is more greedy than Gotenks, actually. Because I think Gotenks generates his own, like he... Oh, Boxman with the gift. The gift sub, thank you, man. I think Gotenks is much better at generating the resources that he needs to spend. Yeah, I think Trunks is definitely one of the more greedy in the game. Yeah. Okay, 16. So, 16, I think is interesting. He's an interesting character. 17 frame command grab, access to solo plus frames, which is pretty ambiguous. So like his 214S and his 236S are the same move, but like one of them shoots at a slightly different angle and it's +4, and the other one, so like the thing is that like that would be really important if the other version was like actually significantly minus, then like that would be a big deal, right? But 16, the 236S on 16 is -1, so like, yeah, so like even if he does the -1 version, it's still an RPS situation. So it's not, yeah. I think that's like something pretty crazy. So yeah, 17 frame command grab, good RPS tools. And so I also think that the change to his B assist is like really significant, like really significant. His B assist is two assists in one. It's 2 assists in 1, and like while it's Ki Blast property, like that actually turns out to be a good thing in a lot of cases. It actually turns out to be a good thing because you can bait people into super dashing through it because they don't want to deal with it, and he has good anti-air options as well, right? Because he has a frame 1 air invulnerable command grab. It also has a 6 frame hitbox that is a low. It's like really good. So I think like that change is like pretty significant. And he has a little bit better of tools to get in on characters that keep him out, but I still think he has a really hard time getting in on those characters. Because like his EX and his M version of his grab go through like beams and stuff now, but there's not many situations where you see like 16's actually able to do that, because it still feels like it needs to be preemptive in order to make it work. So like, yeah, I think he still has matchup issues, like characters with good Ki Blast and are able to zone effectively, like keep him out pretty well. But I think once he gets in, it's really scary. It's like really scary. I think the biggest problem with 16 is his frame data. A lot of his buttons are like really minus. It's like it kind of feels like Gogeta-ish, where like he gets in and it's like, bro, why are his buttons like -8? I don't know. I don't really know why they did that, but yeah, that's kind of an issue. But that being said, he does have really good range on a lot of his buttons, so like really good for whiff punishing purposes. He also has like pretty crazy active frames too. Like if you've ever seen 16 JL, it's an 8 frame move that's active for 10 frames. That button is like actually really stupid. It lingers for so long, that like you can press it super early and you can still get the hit in a lot of cases, which is really good. And like I said, the range, like 5L, 2L, both go very far. And he's one of the characters that when he does cross up JM, you can't 2H him a lot of the time because it safe jumps because he's so far away. You don't interact with his hurt box in time, so like that's also really good. I just feel like right now in meta, it's just like really hard for him to survive, given that there's so many Ki Blast heavy characters that are being played that give him like matchup trouble. So I think that like, yeah, man, he also has a command grab level 3, which can't be used in all cases, which is unfortunate. He's definitely bottom half. Let's see, where do I want to put him? That B assist is really crazy, man. I'm really inclined to like put him like in the middle, almost. That B assist like really makes me think about a lot of things. I think it's so good. I think that B assist is so good. But I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair for me to say that he would be better support than like an Ssj Vegeta. Like, I don't think that's really fair. So like maybe he should be a little bit further over here, and like maybe I could put him slightly on the something like that. But like I said, we'll go back and make some adjustments. So don't get too caught up right now. I'm just like trying to put things in general places, and then we'll go back and make our small adjustments where we need to. Towedo BL, thank you for the follow. Okay, Android 18. Okay, so 18 is pretty crazy, I think. And it's interesting because I've seen a lot of people talk about this character recently, and it kind of seems like people don't really think she's that strong. But like, why? I don't really understand how you could think that she's not great. So like the biggest problem with the character is the air game, right? Like when she goes into the air, she's like, her effectiveness is like severely reduced. Like she's not an airborne character, very much at all. That being said, like think about the tools that she has available. She has the 17 calls. She can make her own assist. She can lock out your assists. She has good Ki Blast. She has Destructo Disc. If she knocks you down, she has like pretty solid set play with these 17 stuff as well. Has a 17 frame command grab. There's just like a lot of things. She has a lot of things, and like good level 3 Oki as well, that pulls out of corner, so like you can kind of do it anywhere. That's like really good. I think that's I think her neutral solid. I don't think it's like oppressively good, but I do think it's I don't think she has bad neutral by any means. No character with those tools, like rapid ki blast, beam property move, and she also has the ability to make her own assist as well, right? That's like really good. So like, yeah, there's no way you could tell me she has weak neutral, but I do think she has weak air game. So for that reason, I think a lot of her comps, a lot of 18's comps like kind of get pigeonholed, because like she needs I think she needs like a specific set of assist styles to really like bring out her most effectiveness. So that's why you see most people play 18 plus like DP assist. Having an anti-air assist with her is like almost a necessity, it feels like, because like I said, that she doesn't really want to be in the air against her opponents, so she needs an assist to help cover those areas on the screen. But I think everything else, like if you think about all the things that I just said, it's like that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff that she has. So I definitely think she's like a really strong character. I don't think many characters really use barrier all that well. There are some characters that use it very well, but there's not that many. But she also just has the Destructo Disc Assist as well, right? If you just want a traditional just like pseudo beam, and I think that's fine. So I think that as far as her own support value goes, I don't think she's that great of a support character when all is said and done. But I do think that her payoffs are very good whenever you put her with the correct team and the correct comp. So I think she's like probably like around here-ish, I would say. She's really strong. But I think because you have to run her with a very specific like set of assists, it kind of leans more towards like her needing help more so than her helping a team, especially because like I said, barrier is not great with every character. Like some characters are OD with barrier, like Kefla, and some characters like don't really use barrier well at all. So yeah, I think 18's really strong though. I think and I also think that like some people feel like she has to be played, I don't think she necessarily has to be a point character either. Like her solo neutral is like not the greatest, but she does have the tools. Like once she gets in, like when she's in like the mid to close range, it's like really hard to deal with her. I think like really hard to deal with her. So like I've seen like we've seen some people play her anchor, right? Like I think Kaiden plays her anchor, and I think Kuba plays her anchor as well. So like, yeah, I think people should give a little bit more consideration to where she falls amongst the other characters. Okay, next, Cell. So Cell, what's great about Cell? Really long range buttons, pretty easy to execute 50-50s, I would say. I think the EX perfect attack 50-50 is not that hard, and if you have high blocks and assists, it can like actually be even simpler. He has level 3. He has good level 3 Oki in the corner now with the EX Rolling Crush, which is really good. Fantastic at like air to airing people, and perfect attack being frame 1 air invulnerable, and also being safe on block lets him steal turns on like, you know, even decent jump-ins. It doesn't even have to be a bad jump-in. If it's just a decent jump-in and he presses EX perfect attack, he can just disengage from the situation altogether a lot of times, if not get his turn back because someone accidentally forgot to not hold back on their safe jump or something like that. So I think that's really good. But that being said, I think Cell has an issue where he kind of loses a lot of matchups, like similar to Piccolo, right? Where the meta is really hard for him. It's really hard for Cell. It's really hard for Cell to survive in the neutral right now because he has no ki blasts, and relying on beams in neutral is not really like reliable. And I also think he doesn't add much support value to a team. His A assist is like fine, I think, but I think his other assists are like not even like remotely worth talking about. So I think that Cell is a character that like you need to build around him, and unfortunately like he's not going to give the most to your team. But if most styles people are playing Cell in, is they're picking stuff to enable Cell. So they're picking, you know, a neutral assist to help him get in, and they're picking a high block stun so that once he does get in, he can actually make the most of it. So like if you play that style, I think Cell is like pretty strong. But like it leaves a lot to be desired in the team building department. Like it feels like you need very specific things. You need very specific things to make Cell really shine. Like I think he's a good character, but he just needs help. He just needs help. But like his staggers are OD though. I will say this man's staggers are still, he's one of the kings of stagger even in season 3.5. Very, very scary once he's able to get on top of you. It's like really hard to deal with. He has a good cross up as well. So I think Cell is good. I think he's like, he definitely needs more help than 18. Like he needs help. My man needs help. he needs some help. Yeah, somewhere over here, something like that. I might move him later, but Cell's good, and he's also cool, and that's what counts, right? Cell is cool. Which makes that a risk of happy birthday. Yeah, I know. I know. Like that to me, that just factors into like how good are his assists, right? But yeah. So now he has neutral. His neutral is just like his long range neutral is bad. His long range neutral is bad, but his mid range neutral is really good because his buttons go really far. So yeah. All right, Majin Buu. So this character is probably one of the most hotly contested of season 3.5. It seems like without a whole lot of like evidence, I wouldn't say without evidence, but there's still not that many Majin Buu players out there. And the general consensus seems to be that he's strong, which is fine. I think that's absolutely fine. But I also have heard people say that they think he's top tier, and I just think that isn't true. Personally, I think he's like very solidly high tier, but I can't right now see top tier. But let's talk about Majin Buu. What does he bring to the table? His mix is really messed up, right? Fat toss is a restand, and restands like lead to some of the best mix-ups in the game, because you don't have to deal with the knockdown game in Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is atrocious. It's atrocious. So restand mix-ups, really strong. Also has conventional block string mix as well with cartwheel. I don't know how much block stun he needs to do cartwheel mix, but that's also very valid. Has really good neutral, really good key blast. I think they're tied for the fastest in the game. He has long range buttons in the form of like JH and J2H, which go like almost full screen. And he also has cartwheel, which I think is one of the best moves in the game. It's like frame 8 or something like that, and it's frame 1 anti-air on top of that, EX cartwheel. And it's also safe on block. So it's like he occupied the way that he plays the neutral is like really oppressive in a lot of ways. He can really like lock you down using his long range buttons, his key blasts, and then even if you try to get in, if you try to overextend against him, you can just press EX cartwheel. He gets a full combo, and it's not that much commitment for him to press it either. It's like really good. I think he has a ton of tools. He has a lot of tools. It's a very good character. Where does he lack? I think having low damage supers is definitely a factor. Low damage supers to me contribute to low support value. I also think his assists are just okay. I think they're just okay. Like they feel like they're kind of niche. And I think that above all, Majin Buu is a character that it feels like you still have to build a team around it. It feels like you still need to like run him with specific comps to enable the most messed up stuff. Now when you have him on those comps, it's really messed up, right? Like we've seen what Majin Buu does with a proper restand assist and the resources available, right? We've seen that. But not every assist in the game, like restand, the amount of assists that restand in this game, it's actually not that many in the grand scheme of things, which like kind of pigeonholes the way that your team building goes. He also has a pretty good C assist as well. I do want to make a note. He has a pretty good C assist. But his other 2 assists are like not super great in my opinion. So yeah, I think to me he still feels like a greedy character. In my opinion, he still feels like a greedy character that you need to build a team around him to enable him to the best of his abilities. But once you do that, he is like absolutely impossible to deal with. Like this character's messed up. He's like really messed up. But I do think that lack of flexibility, in team building and whatnot contributes to him not being top tier. If Majin Buu could do everything that he wants to do with every assist in the game, then like okay, I think I would be comfortable putting him top tier. But as it stands, I think he needs very specific things to enable him. So I think he's like right under top tier, I would say. I think he's towards the top of like high tier. But he's not top tier for me. But he's really good, okay? Just because he's not top tier doesn't mean he's not broken, okay? There's a lot of broken characters in this game. There's a lot of broken characters in this game. I definitely think he's broken. He's just broken on the offensive end. And there's some stuff I missed too. Like yeah, like butt slam is a very good move. What else was there? There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about. I can't even remember. That might have been it actually. Oh yeah. On top of like being like greedy team comp wise, he also like is like pretty meter hungry too. Like it feels like he doesn't like build much meter. I don't know what it is, but like I think it might be because you're spending EX butt slam so much. It feels like he just spends a lot of meter in general. I don't know. There's something about him. It feels like when I get hit by Majin Buus, they never do as much damage as I expect them to. I feel like it's very rare for me to be 2-touched by a Majin Buu. Like I don't know if that's because the Majin Buus are just not optimized in the way that they need to be yet, but it just really feels like for how much this character is able to hit you, he has to hit you a lot of times. That's what it feels like. But like I said, that's like a fair thing to like push onto the players instead of the character. But that leads to me like not like I don't have a lot of evidence for him like I don't have a lot of evidence of him like, you know, like having consistent 2-touch like every hit type deal. Doesn't his loops build lots of meter? But I think like he can't always do loops, right? Like he can only do loops in the corner and can't do it off of every starter, I think. So it's like, yeah, no, like you can't. I have no doubt in my mind that he can 2-touch. I just think like the way he gets his mix and he gets his hits, it doesn't lend itself well to 2-touching as often as some other characters. That's it. That's how I feel. But yeah, great character. Okay, Blue Goku. This is another character that I think at the beginning of season 3. A lot of people were like, you know, Blueku's super OD, like he's OD. And it feels like, once again, this is another character that kind of fell out of favor. Like in season 3, we still don't see many Blue Goku players. I do think he's strong. But ironically enough, one of the reasons that people said that they refused to play Blue Goku in season 2 was because the assist, right? So now that he has the assist buffs in season 3, they buffed A assist so that it tracks full screen, I believe. I think it has full horizontal tracking, and they also gave you the other option of running B assist for a conventional like shoulder charge assist. No one plays him, even after he got the assist help that he needed. So that's kind of awkward. So yeah, but what does Blue Goku have that's good about him? Very good neutral. Access to rapid key blast, very good buttons, right? He also has access to solo plus frames with instant transmission. He also has a frame 1 projectile invulnerable move, which is very, very important, right? This is a very ki blast heavy meta. EX tackle is a very, very good move in meta right now. It's something that helps him deal with characters like Ssj Broly, with base Vegeta. Being frame 1 projectile invulnerable, frame 1 ki blast invulnerable, is very good in this game. It's like really, really good. So like he can force his way in against a lot of characters that are heavy ki blasters with that move, and then once he gets in, his staggers are super, super strong. 4M being a crazy button, 2M being a crazy button, and he also has access to 50/50s with high block stun assist. I think he needs like pretty high block stun. I think he can do it with like Bardock B though. I think he can do it with Bardock B, and he also has a 17 frame command grab, right? So like he has tools, and he also does a lot of damage with the right assist behind him, maximizing him out. He does a ton of damage, even off of so like the thing about Blue Goku that's really, really cool, which is like really cool to me, is that when you command grab someone, you can you can confirm it with an assist. That's like actually sick. That's something that sets him apart from the other 17 framers. Is Ssj Broly 18, and who are is there another 17 framer? Ssj Broly 18. Who am I missing? Is there anyone else that with a 17 framer? 16. Yeah, 16. 16. So like those 3 characters, right? They all have 17 framers, but they can only confirm with supers. That's all they can do. They can only meter dump to get more damage. That's not the case for Blue Goku. He can press command grab, like, oh, I hit you. He can call assist during the animation and full combo you, and like it's not a small amount of damage. You could take between like 4 and 5k for getting command grabbed, for eating a 17 frame command grab. Like that's insane. That's insanely strong. That's like so strong. So like yeah, I think like the tools are there. It just feels like I don't really know why people don't play him as much. Maybe he's just not the flavor of the game right now. Maybe that's what it is. Like maybe he's just not the flavor. Or it could be that he's just power crept. How much startup does Goku have on his grab? 17 frames for L version. I think the M version 30 frames. Or something like that. What's the difference between 4M and 5M? 4M is -2. I believe. I think 4M is -2, right? Goku grab is 20. I thought he was talking about oh, he was talking about Goku. Sorry, I was talking about Blue Goku. That's my bad. Yeah, Goku's 20 frame light. And yeah, so he has the best reward off of command grab, in my opinion, like of every character. Yeah, like unless like reward in different way. Like he command grabs you and he can still build meter off the combo and while still doing a bunch of damage. Ssj Broly, like he has great reward off of command grab, but he has to spend. Yeah, he must spend to get the reward. So yeah, is the 4M thing universal? Yeah, it's just -2. Yeah. What do you mean universal? Like not every character has a 4M, but he does, and it's broken. It's actually pretty crazy. So I think that he's probably not that great of a support character. He's probably like somewhere in the middle. Like he seems pretty standard. Nothing to write home about, like with his assists or anything like that. I think that he's like maybe 18 should be a little higher, and he like be like here-ish or something like that. Maybe a little bit better support since his assists are more conventional. Something like that. Definitely a high tier character though. This is your first time hearing about 4M, bruh. Yeah, you can 5LL for him. Yeah. But yeah, great character. Like really, really good. Really, really good. Okay. Blue Vegeta. Blue Vegeta as a character makes me upset. He makes me upset because he is a character that demonstrates that the devs would rather like just choose very roundabout ways to change characters instead of just giving them what they needed. So like, for those of you who don't know, before season 3, well, since the game's release, Blue Vegeta has always had a glitch where when he throws Ki Blast, if someone super dashes through them and activates cancel property, he can't cancel into 2H when other characters can. So what they did, instead of just fixing that bug, which is a very obvious bug, right? It's unprecedented. It doesn't exist on any other character. Instead of just fixing that, they gave him this whiff cancel property where he can whiff cancel his 2S or his Ki Blast into like special moves. Now that's all fine and dandy, but you would still rather just be able to 2H than having to YOLO Big Bang attack or something in response to something from your opponent. So it's like a very, very awkward thing. So for that reason, that being said, the Ki Blast buff was huge. Like, he has tons of hit stun. He has tons of hit stun on this Ki Blast. So like, the confirmations and the routes and stuff that he gets are like really cool. He has really sick routes. He can do really good damage. He can build good meter. But like, the neutral game to me is still very lacking because he just still lacks that very like conventional, like, man, I can just smoke you with a 2H. Like, he just can't do that. So like, a lot of Blue Vegetas are playing like much more committal neutral because the devs kind of want you to play committal neutral with him, right? They want you to press Big Bang attack, do Ki Blast into Big Bang attack and whatnot. And if it hits your opponent, like, you get full conversions and it's really sick. And like, he has like the solo Niagara, like the hold Niagara thing. That's really good. That's really good. He also has access to 50/50s, though it's really hard with low block stun. You can do it with Z Broly A, but it's hard. It's like actually really hard. It's like actually really hard to make it jail. So like, yeah, he can 50/50 with most assists that you're gonna play in meta. He can 50/50 with, and that's pretty valuable. Rekka Mix is really good. And he has some gimmicks like with the command grabs and stuff like that, or like doing round start Niagara Pummel, like if that's the flavor that you want to do. But I still think that because of the way that the game has landed itself, which like all the top tiers are like neutral bullies, I do not think that Blue Vegeta is a neutral bully, and I think it's still hard. It's still really hard. It's still really hard for him to exist in the neutral with those characters. So I think I feel like he's an okay character. I think he's okay, is the way I would put it. I don't think his support value is very high. In fact, I think probably on the lower end. Probably like, but not that low. Like, I think the B assist is like pretty universally usable. Like, I don't think many comps have trouble using B assist, but A assist I think is like kind of awkward for certain comps. It's pretty awkward. So it's, I don't know where I would put him. Maybe like cell level, something like that. I need to blow this up a little bit. Like, maybe I should move this guy up so I can give more spacing between some of these. Yeah, I'd kill it a little bit higher, something like that. Yeah, it's a defensive neutral assist, but like in the meta right now, like it's not as good. It's not as good. It's not as good as the very prominent assists, and we'll talk about like prominent assists pretty soon. We're gonna be running into some of them, but I think he's an okay character. I think he's okay. Definitely not my style, but I think he has merit for sure. The last video recommendation didn't really help. What video did you link him, Hemar? I'm so confused. I think he should have linked you literally how to set up a cloud server. Okay, hold on. Because I'm just gonna keep getting asked this if I don't handle this now. Oops. This is the video that I used. So if this is not the video he gave you, then great. If it is the video he gave you, I don't know what to tell you, because that's exactly what I used to set up cloud servers. So okay, anyway. What, where was I? I'm sorry. Oh, Yamcha. Okay. Yamcha. Yamcha's another one of those characters that kind of, it feels like he's fallen off. Like not many people are playing Yamcha anymore. But like, yeah, to me, the fact that people think that this character isn't strong anymore is like kind of silly. Why do I say that? So like, support value is really, really high, right? Support value is really high on Yamcha, like really, really high. Two extremely good assists, both scratch and beam, and flexibility on DHC as well. He can do level 1 into level 3 even out of a DHC, which even though that the DHCs themselves do low damage, that flexibility is very, very good in a lot of cases. So like, that's really good. He still has he has some things that are unique about him that like not many other characters can do. Like Yamcha can like almost always punish bad vanishes. Like if he does a reflect on a vanish, he can, as long as you're fast enough, he can like almost always get a punish with the EX Wolfang. He also can like do stagger rekkas and like play RPS in that way. He just is like, and they also gave him they gave him frame 1 air DP now too, which is like pretty solid. He has a 0 on block 5M, a plus on block 5H. It's just like, he's just kind of weird. Like Yamcha's just kind of a weird character, you know. Like he's just kind of weird. But I think that he still works extremely well. I think Yamcha A assist is like still one of the best in the game. Like I said before, like I tend to value fast assists over everything. Like fast assists are like really, really good. His is one of the fastest in the game. I think it's 19 frames. 19 frames, also 40 frames of block stun, also has great range on it. So like, even as a defensive assist, it's really, really good. That you can get super easy confirm if someone runs into it as well. So like, Yamcha I think still definitely has merit. I just think that his neutral game is just like less straightforward than some of the others. And that's probably why people have chosen to not pick Yamcha as much anymore, is because I think the neutral is harder with him than some of the other anchors being played, like your Z Broly's, your base Goku's. You know, it's just harder. It's harder because he only has single ki blast. So like, those matchups are really hard for him. But like, I still think he still brings a lot to a team. He still can bring a lot to the team if you're willing to put the time into learning some of his more cheap stuff. And like even most of the Yamchas I see today aren't doing the stuff that I see like Chris G and like Kazunoko. Like the way that they use rekkas is like an RPS tool and stuff like that. Like I feel like not many Yamchas are really doing it in that way. And I think that's something that adds a lot of value to the character. Easier to punch than vanilla EX rocket kick. Wait, what are we talking about? He's a dog now? No, he's not a dog. It's definitely still a wolf. Don't you forget. Don't you forget. It's definitely still a wolf. I think I think his support value is really good. Not quite as much as Krillin's. Like Krillin should honestly be like just slightly over, like somewhere around here, I think, for Yamcha. He was asking why Blueku 236H wasn't there. Oh, I see. Yeah, Bluekus is just much more punishable outright. I'm pretty sure. So. It's just Mamba brainwashing them. Yeah, this character is definitely still good. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I might like I said, I have a feeling when all this is said and done, I'm gonna have to like shift everything to like make it more like spacious so you can see everything. But yeah, okay, Tien. So Tien, some people are starting to warm up Tien. So I think that, first of all, I'm not a believer in Tien anchor. I'll say outright, I don't think that he's really a great anchor, and the reason is because I think his neutral is still not great. His Ki Blast game is still pretty bad. He has one Ki Blast on the ground, which is okay, but his Air Ki Blast is like unusable still. That being said, Dodon Ray did get buffed, so like that's nice to have. But being able to play the neutral without committing to beams is really, really valuable. And right now it feels like he kind of still has to commit to beams. Volleyball Fist is good, but it's also really easy to make miss, and it also, you can't, like, if you whiff, you get smoked. Like, so like while he has the guard point move, right? He has the volleyball fist M, I think it's M volleyball fist, right? That's like frame 4 guard point, and also hits low, so you can use it to get through people like trying to keep you out. But against characters or teams or players with good movement, it's still really hard, I think, for him to get in. If as long as your opponent is looking for beam, as long as your opponent is looking for beam, he can true block string into volleyball, not from full screen. Like, you mean in a block string? Yeah, he can block string into volleyball like once he gets on top of you. But I'm talking about what happens before then. What happens before he gets in, I think, is still really hard. And that's the main detractor, I think, for this character. But yeah, when he gets on top of you, now that's a different story. Now that is a different story. Okay, this character's offense is really, really strong. Low hitting special move, 13 frame overhead, right? Unblockable. It's like, it's unreactable. You cannot react to his overhead. You have to guess. Also has the JL, like being multi-hit, is like pretty good as well for a lot of things. So like the character will mix you, and when he mixes you, you take so much damage. Level 1, 1,000 damage. Level 3, 2,000 damage. Not 2,000 damage. Actually, how much does level 3 do from Tien? It's actually a lot, but I don't remember how much it is. I think it's like 1,900 or something, 1,900 something. And then Chaozu, right? Chaozu does like 27 or something, like something stupid. Hold on, let me check this. Let me check the super chart really quick, because I have it right here. Yeah, okay. So level 1, 1032 from Tien. Also has access to the level 2 for 1426, right? Then level 3, 1872 on Kikoho with the option to spend more meter to get more damage. And then Chaozu 2610. That's insane. Like, that's actually crazy. 13 frame overhead. Yeah, you tiger knee his 236H. Yeah, J236H. He also has a command grab, which isn't the fastest in the world, but it's still value. It's still value to have a command grab versus not having a command grab. So like, yeah, like when this character hits you, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. It's gonna hurt a lot. So yeah, offensively, like as far as offensive characters go, he's really, really strong. But I still think he still has some issues. He still has some issues in the neutral in matchups, and that to me is why I think he's better mid. I think he's more of a mid character than an anchor character, in my opinion. But man, he hurts. Man, this character hurts, bro. Yeah, you get hit by Tien, you might as well write your last will and testament, bro. It is yikes. As far as his assists go, like Dodon Ray is, I think it's a fine assist. It's like a beam in neutral, but a ball on hit. Kind of is what it feels like. The B assist, I don't think is very good at all. I think it's niche. Like, I think there are some teams that could probably use his B assist very well. But yeah, especially with how many options that characters have been given for their assists in season 3. It's like, I don't think his assists are like insane anymore. Like I think Dodon Ray was probably better in season 2 when characters didn't have as many options for assists. Now that characters do have options for assists, it kind of feels like Dodon Ray is just okay. Like it feels like it's just okay. So Tien, I think, is like probably like I feel like he and Blue Vegeta are kind of similar. Kind of. I think his support value is better though, since he just literally nukes a character on everything. Like literally everything. It's pretty crazy. I need to space out some of this stuff more. But yeah, I think Tien is serviceable. I think he's serviceable. That's what it feels like. My man has 3 eyes. Like, come on, bro. Okay, Nappa. Oh boy, can't wait for people to get mad about this. Okay, so Nappa is so I think as far as Nappa's design, I think he's designed very well, actually. I think that's a good thing. So like the design of Nappa is that he struggles in the neutral, but when he hits you, if he hits you, the game is over, right? That's like the dynamic of Nappa, is do not let him hit you. If he hits you, you're never gonna block him. You just won't. You just will not block him. Now that being said, the game as it is right now is more focused on the neutral game than, because now like a lot more characters have better routes, they have more access to 2 touches, stuff like that. Now that being said, Nappa can circumvent the knockdown game of Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is really, really good, right? Anytime that you have offense that ignores knockdown game, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good because no one wants to deal with delay wake up and stuff like that. So like that's really strong. I think Nappa definitely has a lot of stuff. So his offense is really good. Arguably some of the best offense in the game, off of a hit, right? I think the issue with Nappa is, of course, we talked about the neutral. I think his accessibility mid screen is not good. Like it feels like Nappa's only effective in the corner. Mid screen, it feels like the character just isn't nearly as potent, right? And as it stands, I don't think he has a way to do like conventional block string 50-50 like mid screen or anything like that. So like that, it feels like it's really hard for him to even like get SKD like mid screen, right? Like, doesn't he have to spend an assist to get SKD mid screen? Like that sucks. That's really unfortunate. Like like that is something that's not really the greatest. Yeah, even on an air-to-air, right? Like he can't like do the confirms or get the knockdowns that he wants. So like that's really annoying. But that being said, like I said, it's a trade-off. I think that's fine. I think it's fine for Nappa to have a really, really extremely good payoff on hit, but struggle in the neutral. But I do think that they should help out his like mid-screen routes. And his knockdowns, because I think that is the real breaker for me. To me, the neutral is not what makes Nappa on the like towards the bottom on the tier list. To me, what makes Nappa towards the bottom of the tier list is the fact that even if he wins neutral mid-screen, it's like hard for him to convert it into the advantage that he wants to, because he has to spend resources to even get an SKD, and then he has to spend meter for the Cyberman call, and then he has to pray that you get pushed to the car. Like it's just annoying. He has good buttons too. I don't think his air buttons are good at all, to be honest. I don't think they're that good. I think his ground buttons are pretty solid. Like 5H is obviously a good button. 2H hits both sides. He has an extra low as well, right? He has 3 lows. But like I don't think his air buttons are great. I don't think his air buttons are that great. So like yeah, you have to do a lot. You have to do a lot to make Nappa as effective as you want him to be. So yeah, Nappa is definitely like almost the definition of need support, right? Like like almost the very definition of need support. Like this character, he needs help. He needs help. But actually I need to space this out more. I need to go back and change the spacing of some of these, but yeah. So like I think he's still good though. Like that's the thing though, right? Like just because he's here on the tier list, I don't think that Nappa is unusably bad. Like I don't think so at all. I just think he needs help. That's it. I think the amount of team comps and the assists that you need to run with him, like I think that gets pigeonholed. But on hit, like, you know, he's like one of the best characters in the game, right? So like, yeah, he's definitely really good. It's just like most people don't want to spend the resources or deal with his neutral to make him work. That's like, yeah. What Nappa can do is more fearsome than say Frieza in 16. On hit, yes. On hit, he's more scary than like any other character, I would say. On hit, Nappa's the scariest character in the game, in my opinion. But Frieza in 16 can actually hit you in neutral. they just hit you more. They hit you way more often. So, yeah. Okay, Ginyu. Ginyu's weird. Ginyu's a weird character. So the way that I think that there's two real styles of Ginyu, in my opinion. There's the body change strategy, right, where you run him with a C assist, and anytime you hit your opponent, you just take their character, right? So there's that style. There's also the style, like the set play style, where you knock your opponent down, and he has extremely good set play against most of the knockdown options and the reversal options in the game. I think that the second style that I named is stronger, personally, mostly because if you choose the body change, comp, you also need to know how to play the character that you take, and there's also things to consider, like what's the health status of the characters. Like, do you really want to take this character when they have 25% health? Like that, you know, that makes things kind of iffy. What if cats are? Thank you for the host, man. I appreciate you. So like I think the set play style of Ginyu is stronger, but having the option to body change is nice either way, right? I think with most comps he can spend Spark to just body change, like Spark, Call Goldo, Empty Vanish, body change, I think is how they do. So like having the option is still really strong, but I think where Ginyu really shines is the knockdown game. I think when Ginyu is able to knock you down and summon the goons, it's really hard. It's really hard to deal with. Now, it's blockable, right? But there's also things that like get thrown in, like visual obscurity, right? Like it's hard for you to see. It's really hard for you to see whenever Ginyu calls all of his goons. And if you get hit by Ginyu, you die. He does like the most damage in the game. I think technically Ginyu does do the most damage in the game. So it's really hard. And like it natural, all the knockdown stuff that Ginyu does is natural, right? It's like him summoning Raccoon, natural anti-sparks, right? You know, anti-reflex, you know what I mean? Like it's just so natural. It's just really, really natural for him. They also gave him an actual level 3 to DHC into, which helps his support value. His support value used to be absolute garbage because he didn't have an actual level 3. But his assist is actually pretty solid. A assist is pretty solid. I actually think it's a pretty good assist. B assist is really iffy. Like it can be godlike if you know, but like I think it's hard to know sometimes. Like that assist is just chaos. It's kind of silly. Like I don't really know what he does, like how it works, but yeah. So Ginyu, I think he works with many more team comps, and his knockdown game is really, really strong. So like I think he's okay. I think it's an okay character. I still think he loses a lot of matchups, like someone that knows to snuff, like not snuff, but choke out Ginyu in the neutral. It's really easy to like pressure him in a way that never lets him get started. As long as you're not getting hit by like random vanishes and stuff like that. Because all he really needs is that one hit, and that's why so many Ginyus do that, right? Like you see so many Ginyus like call Lagoon and then they just vanish, and they hope to hit you because they just want to cause the chaos, because they know out of that chaos, if they find that one hit, it's party time, right? So but I think that game plan by itself is just less reliable than a lot of other ways that people play the neutral game. So like Ginyu's a weird place. I don't think his support is that strong. I think he probably leans a little bit more towards needing help. But yeah, he's a weird one to place. He's always been a weird one to place. Like like what do we say about Ginyu? He's definitely like, he's a niche character. He's a niche character. Ginyu's one of the characters that I feel like he's one of the few characters that I would rather put him on a regular tier list as opposed to a 2-axis tier list. But yeah, he's pretty unique. Ginyu, Nappa, and there's some other characters that are kind of in this that have that dynamic that's like, it's hard for them to like hit you conventionally, but if they hit you, the game ends, right? So like, yeah, it's hard. It's really hard, especially because he literally can become your character. he can literally become your character. So yeah, what can you really say about that, right? So yeah, all right, let's move on. Gotenks. So Gotenks is one of season 3's shining stars, season 3.5. Everyone knows about how stupid this character is. So the thing is that I think Gotenks has actually been dumb this entire time. It's just that a lot of people just didn't want to take the time to learn him. So what makes Gotenks really strong? Really good neutral. He has really good neutral. Rapid Ki Blast, fast beam, good air movement as well. Gotenks is a character that ignores system mechanics. So anytime that there's a character that can circumvent system mechanics, they're going to be really strong. And I want you guys to really understand that. Like from a really nerdy perspective in this game, if you look at the reason, if you look at a lot of the top tiers throughout this game's lifetime, it's because of how they interact with the system mechanics, because Dragon Ball FighterZ system mechanics are just really potent, right? So Gotenks circumvents delay wake up, right? And that's something that's really, really strong. And he has repeatable, like he's set play that ignores delay wake up, and he also like nukes you off of every hit now. He like, it's crazy. Like he actually nukes you off of every hit. Off of every hit. You get 2H, you die. You get EX punch, you die. You get 2M, you die. You get even if you eat an L starter, he corner carries you into Ghost Oki. Now you have to guess. It's like really hard to deal with a lot of the stuff that Gotenks has. He has access to solo plus frames in 2 ways. He has EX punches, and he has donut. He can also whiff cancel his specials into other specials in neutral. The spin is projectile invulnerable. So it's like a lariat style move that's also projectile invulnerable. And he can whiff cancel it into like a beam or like punches or something if he wants to, which is really good. He can also do charge 5H super dash, which I don't know if it's an actual jail, but I know it can't be 2H'd. So like his super dash assist options are really potent as well. Well, to me, 236M is not really that 236M is not really that reliable for plus frames, in my opinion. But yeah, it counter hits 2H, yeah, but it doesn't jail, right? I think that's the way it works. It's like the Gogeta. It's like the Gogeta like J2S into Super Dash deal, where the gap is smaller than 4 frames, so they can't 2H, but it technically doesn't jail. Yeah. So like yeah, this character just has a lot. He has a ton. He also has like He has good level 3 mix, but it's hard to set up. It's like niche out of beam level 3. He can do like left right, SJID stuff, but like it's not, you're not always gonna get that, so it's not as available as some of the other characters with good level 3 Oki. But it's still something to consider. So like this character just kind of has everything. Also, his support value, right? So like Gotenks has probably the second best set of assists in the game. 3 assists that are really good. All 3 assists are really good. Now A assist is more niche than some others, but for certain characters it's very, very valid in enabling their neutral game or their mixed game, or both, right? So like I think Gotenks as it stands, he has the second best set of assists in the game, second only to Kid Buu. So his support value I think is really high. I think it's really, really high. Like probably like he's like up here. Now, do I think he's better than Tien Gohan? Probably not. It's close. It's actually really close. I think you could put either of these, right? And you'd be right. It's kind of hard to call. It's very slight either way. I think they're around the same strength, I would say. I think he's definitely better as a support character. But Tien Gohan is just so goddamn malleable, bro. It's like really hard. This is hard. I think like likely these guys are like 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th. Like they're right next to each other. Like no matter what, I think they're like literally right next to each other. So I'll probably go back and look at that later. But I think that like Gotenks is pretty silly. He's a pretty silly character. pretty dumb. Pretty dumb character. Okay. Adult Gohan. It's another one of those characters that everyone says is like, oh my god, like he's so bad, like oh my god, like what do I do? Oh my god, we have to work so hard with Adult Gohan. Buff him, please. I think Adult Gohan is fine. I think he's a fine character. I just think that he's more of a victim of system mechanics. He's more of a victim of system changes, where the stagger change affects everyone, but like it felt like the crux of his game plan was to just stagger you to get his assist back over and over and over again, right? So like it felt worse for him than some other characters. Now that being said, this character still has some really stupid stuff about him. So some really dumb stuff. Like the range on his buttons is very good still. His block strings, his staggers, even without assist coming back, his staggers are still really scary. If you're trying to escape or challenge, it's like still really hard to do those things to this character, regardless of whether assists are coming back or not. So that his staggers are still some of the best in the game, if not the best. He also has back attack, which is unblockable pretty much. Like, how often have you seen people block back attack? And even when they do block back attack, it's -3. Why? Why is it -3? It doesn't make sense. He has a DP that goes half screen. Back attack is so dumb. And he has the same dynamic as Tien Gohan, where if you EX legs and someone chooses to not guard cancel, they get 50-50'd. And I think the availability is like pretty similar too. I don't know. Is there any difference in how much block stun that Tien Gohan and Adult Gohan need for EX legs 50-50? Yeah, back attack on level 3 Oki, I think it's meaty, so it actually ends up being plus. If I remember correctly. So like, yeah, that move is really messed up. Back attack is like really messed up move. And the crazy part about it is that if you're staggering someone and you hit them with back attack, suddenly your assists start cooling down. So suddenly it's season 2 again, where like, oh man, like if I don't do something, he's gonna have his assists available and I'm gonna get cooked. So yeah, he also has like tools to keep himself safe as well. Like he can like go into like 2S on a string to like space himself, to keep himself out of danger and stuff like that. Like that stuff is like very valuable in a game like this. Now I do think the neutral is like kind of hard, Because like once again, he's a non-rapid ki blaster. He does have a beam, so that helps a little bit at least. And they buffed his assist. Now I don't know why people don't want to play A assist. I think his A assist is still really stupid. It's the fastest strike assist in the game. Sans rocks? No, I actually don't know which is faster. Now let me look really quick. I just want to check. How fast is rocks? I actually don't know. But I think adult Gohan's assist is 19 frames or something like that. Something stupid. A assist is 19. Okay, so rocks are 19. I think adult Gohan's is 19 as well. And it's a DP assist. No, it's only anti-air. It's 18. Oh, so it is the fastest in the game. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. Rocks is 18. It says Rocks is 19. I don't know, bro. Yeah, well, either way, it's really fast. And it has good block stun as well, right? So like rocks are really fast, and they serve as an anti-air assist. But block stun wise, I think rocks are only like 17 frames or something like that. Now his assist is different, right? It's shorter range, but it's also an anti-air assist, and it's also 29 frames of block stun, which is significant. 29 frames is very good. So like, yeah, I think that assist is really good. Now that being said, a lot of people are just running C assist, which is fine. He now has a beam assist, but that does not make him an anchor. I've seen people play like say that, or they play him anchor. Like I don't think he's an anchor. I think he's still a true mid. Like I think he's very much a mid character. He just needs he needs a team that lets him get leveled up quickly, and then he can pretty much do nearly all of the same shenanigans that he's been doing the whole game. Not much has really changed. Now you just have to land one back attack before your assists come off cooldown. He still does a lot of damage, and like can footsie you really hard, like really hard. People forgot how to hit confirmed his A assist. Oh, okay, I see. Well, that's on them. That's not. So yeah, I think adult Gohan, definitely more in the needs help department, I would say, more so than being strong support. I think, how much help does he need though? It's probably not too much. Rocks are 18. What? You mean block stun? I think he's like somewhere around here. I don't know if I'll put Ginyu better than him or not. This is hard to say. You checked in game? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, Adult Gohan's kind of weird to place. It's kind of weird to place. I think he's slightly worse than him. But Ginyu just throws a wrench into everything because I don't know where I actually want to put Ginyu. I don't know where I want to put Ginyu. I'm gonna make some changes eventually, but I don't. Ginyu kind of throws a wrench into everything because Ginyu technically could be like, he could be up here, but what a weird ass character, bro. Gohan is so bad. No, he's not bad. I don't think he's a bad character. I don't think he's a bad character by any means. I just think he needs help. That's all. Okay. Yes, sir. Now we get to talk about this character, and man, it's like people forgot. It's like people forgot about this character. And what I mean by forgot is that you cannot convince me that this is not the best character in the game, even still. Why? Okay, think about all the things he has. Great ki blasts, 10 frame angled ki blasts, EX Mystic Ball, Stomp normals, TK Beam extremely fast, Candy Beam extremely fast, 50/50s with overwhelming majority of assists, 2 accesses to 50/50s as well, right? He has Gumball and he has EX Ball, right? Extremely long range on his normals. 5M goes really far, JM goes really far, right? Some of the best RPS in the game, if not the best. Natural anti-reflect on top of that, right? You just do a string with Kid Buu and it anti-reflects. You don't even have to do anything. Wow, I did my string, you got smoked. Yeah, you got smoked. Really good level 1 DHC that can bring people to the ground. Level 3, 1700 damage. Also happy birthdays. Really good. 3 of the best assists in the game. The best overall assists in the game go to Kid Buu. A assist, broken. B assist, broken. C assist, broken. Insane character. The best support character in the game. The best support character in the game. You cannot convince me otherwise. What's up, Mamba? How you doing? The absolute best support character in the game. Like I said, it's being a good support character is not just about assists, right? Now, not only does he have the best assists in the game, he also has the things that I talked about before, like the DHC properties, the fact that his DHC can get extra damage with certain supers. On top of that, he can get up to like 200 or 300 extra damage just for having another kill. Like, it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. This character this is insane. This character is just too much. He's too much. He does everything. He has tons of routes. He can do great damage. He has the mix. He has frame 1 anti-air command grab, so he has like pretty solid defense. It's like crazy. He has movement options. He's Kid Buu, man. He's just everything. The game of Dragon Ball FighterZ needs him, and we are very happy to have him. What doesn't Kid Buu have? The only thing that Kid Buu does not have is Rapid Ki Blast. That's it. That's literally the only thing. But his neutral is still broken even without Rapid Ki Blasts. That's it. Like, that's the only thing he doesn't have. But he has great movement options, and he has ways to beat Rapid Ki Blast as well. So he's fine. He's fine. He's insane. This is the best character in the game. It's just true, man. It's just true. He's absurd. He's absurd. It's not. I don't even think it's 2H is trash. It has utility. It hits both sides. I don't think it's straight up garbage. It's just okay, right? It's an okay button on a character whose kit has nothing but broken moves. All of his moves are broken except for 2H, which is okay. That's how I feel. Kid Buu is he's too much, bro. He's too much, bro. He's too much. He's too much. He's the best in the game, in my opinion, for all these reasons. I think that there is merit to other characters, right? So like, there's a lot of people that are putting other characters as the best in the game, but when you factor in just how much support value he brings to a team, I think it goes without question that he sits at the top at the moment. Okay, Beerus. So this is another character that's being talked about a lot recently. So it seems like opinion of Beerus has increased drastically. In season 3.5, and I get why. I understand why. So like, Beerus, he does great damage. He's really good pressure. Like really good pressure. Like some of the best pressure in the game. He can give himself plus frames. He has really good RPS. He has decent set play as well. It's like, well, I don't know if it's just decent. I think it's actually no. I think it's like okay. I think the set play aspect is okay. I think his pressure on block is scarier than the set play nowadays. But yeah, like he has a lot of stuff. And his assists are pretty solid now. He has J2H as a movement option. 5H is a really huge move for whatever reason. I don't know why that move is as big as it is. I don't know why that move is so huge. But it is, so we must live with it. So yeah, Beerus, I think as an offensive character, he also has a DP, right? His DP that like hits really far out. Now it's a bit wonky of a move. Like, DP is kind of weird in some aspects. Like the way it interacts with some other with some system mechanics is pretty odd. but like the DP is pretty good, and he also has high damage level 1 with level 2, high damage level 2, which is really good. You can DHC into and out of it, right? That's really good support wise. That he can level 2 on a DHC. That's something that not a lot of characters can do. He also has an 1800 damage level 3, which is really good as well. So like, yeah, so Beerus has become a pretty, like, a really good character. Like, he's really good. I think he's really good. Now, I don't think he's top tier personally. Some other people are putting him top tier. I don't think he's top tier. But I think he's like pretty close. Like, I think he's like really close. I would say. So like, he's like up here somewhere, right? I think he's like peaking. He's like so his support value, I think, is probably not too insane. I think the DHC thing is what makes his support value the strongest. So maybe like support value similar to like Tien. His assists are probably a little bit better, like B assist and A and B assist I think are both good. I don't know how valid his C assist is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really know about his C assist, but I think yeah, I would probably put him like somewhere up here. Like, I think he and Majin Buu are very similarly placed. So like, yeah, I just think Beerus is much more flexible, than Majin Buu, right? Like, Beerus can work with a lot more teams, and you don't have to like really build around Beerus. You can throw Beerus on your team, and he can like be a very strong pressure character, and all that just fine. That being said, I do think his neutral can be hard. I think his neutral can be really hard, especially in meta right now, because like I said, these rapid ki blasters are coming for your neck, bro, and it can be hard. It can be really hard. So like, yeah. Yeah, his C assist is DP. So yeah, but yeah, it's a great character. It's a great character. It has no armor. Yeah. This type of list goes diagonal. Top right being the best and bottom left being the worst. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's two axes, right? Yeah. So like, if you're talking about overall, then like, yes. But like, two characters can be on the same level, but one be better support than the other, so they would be further right or further left. I like this format a lot more because it lets me really talk about this support value thing. I feel like no one's really talking about like how good some characters are in support, and like, to me, like, it's the determining factor for a lot of where I put characters on a tier list. Like, the reason I think Kid Buu is the best in the game is not only all the things he has as a point character, but as a support character, he's insane, right? Like, he's a way stronger support character than Ssj Goku, in my opinion. Like much stronger, like significantly stronger. So yeah, I've seen faults. Yeah, you can change your axes on this though. That's what I really like. But yeah. Okay, who's next? Ito! Okay, so this is this character is kind of up in the air. A lot of people don't really know where to put Hit. So like, it's weird. It's weird. Hit's a pretty polarizing character. He's a character that like, it becomes easier to deal with when you have matchup experience. That being said, there are some shells that Hit can build around that make it like extremely difficult to defend against. Like the Hit UI shell is like really messed up, and I've spoken to Obi about this before, about like with UI he can like legit 50-50 you, like you like can't block it. But so like he like kind of like, it's like commands but not commands. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. So I think the strongest thing about Hit right now is the assist and the way he challenges your blocking intuition, right? I think that's those things are like really important. So like, in most fighting games, you're used to blocking low and reacting to high. Hit's the opposite, right? So you will hit a lot of people because they're not used they're not used to like that dynamic whenever they're defending against the character. He also has very good tools to like whiff punish. He naturally anti-reflects. So like if you're able to establish that respect with your opponent, like if you're able to like make your opponent fear your options, Hit shines in that department like really hard. Also his A assist is super broken. It's one of the best assists in the game. Like just straight up, it's like I think Hit A assist is like top 5, if not higher. It's like actually crazy. That assist is dumb as hell. He also has access to like the sniper rifle, so that's pretty sick. He can dump meter. They buffed his air level 1, so it brings to the ground, so like he can actually DHC with people, so that's pretty nice. His level 3 stop sparking timer, which is pretty nice on top of that. So like yeah, Hit I think is like, it's hard for me to put him like super duper high, because the reasons that he's good are not immediately clear just based on the tools of the character alone. Where Hit really shines is whenever a player is able to establish that RPS, and they're able to establish if they're able to instill fear into their opponent's heart and make him fear the options that he has, then he becomes extremely hard. It's really easy for Hit to run you over. Hit A is invincible. Yes, it's a DP assist. Yeah, it's a DP assist that goes like half screen. It hits extremely far, both horizontally and vertically. Really easy to confirm out of. Has good block stun on top of it. It's a really broken assist. Like it's actually really stupid. it's the best part about the character, I think. But I think Hit right now in meta shines with a very select few shells. Thankfully, one of the shells is UI, right? So like you're not sacrificing anything by playing UI with Hit, like at all. And I think that's his best partner right now. Hit A is the kick, yes. He just kicks you in the balls and moves on, man. It's actually pretty crazy. So like Hit, support wise, I think he's like somewhere in the middle. I think he's a little bit better than Blue Vegeta, just a tiny bit better, just a tiny bit, But I don't know how to put him on top, so I can't. Bro, it's so hard to see, man. Okay, I think he's like somewhere in there. Imagine Kid Buu Hit UI. I think someone plays that, but I could be wrong. Someone should play it if they don't. That'd be a really good team. Mulatto plays it? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, someone plays that. I was like, someone plays that. Yeah, that broken ass team. So that team is really broken because when we talk about shells in Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? Like the best teams in the game are often 2 broken shells on the same team, right? And what that does is it creates a dynamic where even if you lose a character, the shell left over is still broken, right? So like the reason that I think Kid Buu GT UI, I think that's like possibly the best team in the game, is because it's 2 of the best shells in the game on the same team. It's Kid Buu UI and Kid Buu GT. So it's like really dumb. It's like really stupid. But yeah, shout out to Kid Buu. Alright, Goku Black. You guys know about my opinion on this character. Obviously, I don't think he's very strong. But why isn't he that strong? Well, I will say, let's talk about what he has first. Let's talk about the good points of Goku Black. So, his runaway and his keep away are very good. If he has a lead and he's able to run away from you and put space between you and him, he's pretty good at that. Like he's good at making you chase him, and making it hard for like characters or teams that are in disadvantage to come back into the game. I think that is good. The dive kick, available, God Slicer, the 5S is a spacing tool. I think that stuff is pretty good. The teleport stuff is like okay, like it's not super great. Like he can do the super jump install teleports for left right, like, and that's fine, but like it's like a lot of work for the payoff not being you know, like the payoff is good, but like it's just a lot of work. If you're gonna be super jump installing, you know, your teleports for 50/50s, you might as well just play Cell or just pick a character that can just straight up 50/50 you on any block string for free, right? So yeah, so like yeah, I think he has access to things like that, but I still think I still think like the character is like pretty underwhelming. Like it's really hard for him to open you up. The command grab sucks. he still lacks conventional key blasts, like we talk about characters losing some of his buttons on the ground are like extremely slow as well. Like the 2H goes really far, but it's also really slow, so it's like easiest to safe jump in the game. How's he saying hating on black? Now he's saying, but wait, what? Even more work than Trunks makes? I would say so. To mix with Goku Black, to do conventional left right with Goku Black, you have to super jump install the first button on your string, and then float control afterwards and get all of that correct. So, and that's for just like, yeah. So yeah, I think Trunks is easier. I would say for his mix. Yeah. Yeah, the character just kind of he just doesn't really shine at anything. That's what it feels like. He doesn't really shine at anything right now. He just doesn't really contribute that much. It feels like he needs a lot of help, and even when he gets the help, it feels like he doesn't really get much done. You know. But yeah, I don't know. It's not a great character. It's not a great character. Relative, I think Goku Black is like, he's like not, like I would say Nappa's definitely better. Because at least when Nappa hits you, the game's over. Him, he just, maybe he does. Maybe that's unfair. Maybe he doesn't need as much support. Like that's kind of OD. That's kind of OD for me to put him all the way over there. He does have a beam assist, so like it's not the worst. So maybe like something like that. Maybe a bit further to the right. His DHC is trash though. Is it? I don't remember his DHC being that bad. Didn't they buff it? I thought they buffed it. His B assist is 20 frames, big fast hitbox. Yeah, that's at least something. Yeah. Thing about this axis is he has good support, but he needs support. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, it'd be like that. Everyone has a beam with C assist. Yeesh. I don't think his support value is that good, actually, to tell you the truth. Like I don't think he brings a lot to a team outside of a beam assist, but like that's not like uncommon anymore, right? Like I think beams are not as necessary as they used to be, and like, man, this character just doesn't do anything. Like, I'm sorry, I can't stand this character. All right, anyway, 21. Wow, dude, yeah, best character in the game, by the way. No, okay. So 21. Pros. Fantastic neutral. Great key blast game. Full screen normal. Really fast pseudo beam. Has command grabs. Great staggers. Good frame data. Good range on the buttons. The ability to change matchups depending on who she's playing against. It's just a crazy level 3 Oki, right? Just kind of has it all. Just kind of has it all. Broken assist. Okay, absolutely broken assist. Insane character. Okay, that being said, she does have flaws. The main flaw with this character is her defense sucks. She has no reversal. And the range on her fastest button, being 5L, is like just okay. So in challenges and in bust outs, not great. If you knock 21 down, it's a very hard time for her. But which 21 assist is broken? A. So, she is, in my opinion, top 3 anchor in this game. Has very good solo functionality. Is a little bit meter hungry, right? Which is why we don't really play her point anymore, because she wants the meter for her SKDs and for her level 3s, right? But she does great damage, can mix you solo, has good pressure, has good Oki, is 214S anti-air, yes, but anti-air command grabs in this game are like pretty iffy. It's also frame 4. It's frame 4 anti-air, and yeah, anti-air command grabs that are not frame 1 are like pretty yikes in this game. They don't. Good staggers. Do you suck at staggering? Yes. 2L from 21 is -2. It goes extremely far. You can also like space almost all of her buttons to be out of the range of our opponent's fastest buttons. So she's really good at stealing turns with 5M, 2M. Yeah, like she has great staggers. Really good staggers. Beams are kind of weak. They're not weak. Beams are not weak. So she's a character that doesn't need much. That's the thing, right? She's a pretty self-sufficient character. She can go on an overwhelming majority of teams and be fine. Like, she doesn't need much to do what she needs to do. And that's like really good. That's like really good in today's meta. So 21, I think is like, she's below King Gohan and Gotenks. I think she's above Krillin and above Beerus though. The support value, she's like probably like here-ish, something like that. Probably can't see her because look how she doesn't need assist for SKD. She could spend half a bar. Or she could spend a whole bar. But you gotta keep in mind, the way that you play 21 is like, you don't play her point. So like, yeah. Like, still a resource? Yeah, but you're not listening. You're not. The fact that she lacks conventional SKD, right, is the reason that she's not all the way over here. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna push people to the left here. Let me do that now. Or maybe I should space them out a little bit more. Something like this. So like Piccolo, boom. He's still kind of hidden. That might be a little better. I need to move these guys over here too, though. What was I saying? I forget. Where was I? I'm sorry. Welcome back, Rento, by the way. That grab gone, that SKD down. She has 4 grabs. she has 4 grabs, bro. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. That's why. So the SKD issue is why she's not further to the right, because she needs either someone to build the meter for her, or spend resource to get knockdowns when she doesn't have meter. Now that doesn't end up being like that big of a factor nowadays, I would say, because most of the time when you bring 21 in, it's off of level 3 anyway. So like it's definitely, it matters, but like it's not as big of a detractor as it might seem. That's all I'm saying, but it's definitely relevant. You said she doesn't need anything, but she does for SKD. Okay, but like keep in mind that like, yeah, if you want an SKD, you can do that, but like you could also just like reset to neutral if you really wanted to. If you don't want to knock people down and you don't want to level 3 them, she beats most characters in neutral, so like she can just back up if she really wants to. Now I don't recommend taking soft knockdowns because that shit sucks, but that is an option that she has. But yeah, no, the SKD does matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does. Listen, heed my cry, okay? It does matter. It absolutely matters in a game like this for the SKD thing. But that is why she's not like all the way to the right because her value otherwise is insane, right? Yeah, that's like, it's like defense and resource SKD are like the two detractors. So yeah, all right. Anyway, broken ass character. All right, Bardock. People cap about this character so much, bro. people cap about this character so much. Okay, so what's good about Bardock? Stagger's still broken. Solo plus frames. Lariat is still broken. Spin is still broken. Very flexible, right? Very, very flexible. And when I say flexible, I mean flexible. What I mean by that is like, think about the way that characters super in this game, right? There are not many characters in this game that have level 1, level 2, and level 3 all ground and air okay, right? That's extremely convenient. Extremely convenient. Also, access to solo sparking 50-50, really good. What else is there? There's so much. He has 2 really good assists, A and B, both really good. He also builds good meter. He does good damage. That Bardock C. So yeah, like Bardock, I think he loses matchups. I do think it's hard. It's hard to play Bardock in current meta. It's hard. It's actually really hard. Can't you angle blast super downwards? Yes, you can. You can, which makes his DHC property very good, right? He is hard to play, I think, in current meta, but the tools that he has are still extremely valuable. Like really, really, really valuable. I think A assist is being like really slept on a lot of comps, especially I see people play Kid Buu with Bardock B, and I'm like, why? Why? Bardock A is one of the best super dash assists in the game. It's extremely fast. It's frame 20 and 27 frames of block stun, which is really solid. Yeah, he does have chip damage. He does. We like that guy. But yeah, no, he's just really flexible. He works with a ton of teams. He's like pretty self-sufficient. The only issue is that like in certain matchups it can be really hard for him. But neutral assists are really, really meta right now, right? So like most of the time, whatever you choose to be your point character, and Bardock can go mid or point, you're gonna be choosing a neutral assist behind them anyway. So like, yeah, like with a lot of relevant assists. Oh yeah, 236M, one of the most broken moves in the game, by the way. 8 frame move, frame 4 anti-air, maintains air action afterwards. Absolutely insane. Like, this character has one of the best checks to post super dash situation in the game. Like, they super dash at you, you press 236M, you beat overwhelming majority amount of options. He deals with Kid Buu RPS better than most characters. Just a crazy good character. He's also the king of Clash. He's like the best Clash character in the game. Also with a fast enough assist, you can still get level 3 50/50, as I demonstrate day in and day out. He's that dude. He has no mix though, but that's not true. That's not true. That's just not true. That's just, come on, bro. At least do better. Yeah, Bardock can't open you up. That's what they say. They say Bardock can't open you up. Alright. I'm down. if you say so. Yeah, I think Bardock is still like, he's so strong. He's so strong. I think like these two should probably be a little higher. Like Bardock is like somewhere over here. He peeking. Where do I want to put him on the support axis though? A and B assists are good, DHCs are good. He just needs, so like, yeah, I think he's like probably like somewhere in the middle, something like that. You have to play him with a neutral assist, but like most people are playing neutral assist anyway, so it's so hard to do tier lists like that. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. But I think there's merit to it if you're willing to stick through it, and yeah. Finally live the day where Vegeta has mix and Bardock doesn't. They both have mix. You don't feel like they're good? What don't you think they're good? I think Blueku's above Bardock. That's a good question. I think Bardock is like, I think Piccolo's better. I think Piccolo's better right now. But I think Trunks is better. Trunks is probably a little better than Bardock at the moment. It's close. This is really close. If he's better, it's not by much. I think it's easier to play Blue Goku in meta right now than it is in Bardock though. He loses way less matchups. Like way less matchups. Yeah. Like it's really hard. Like it's really hard to play. It's hard to play neutral as Bardock right now because you don't have rapid ki blasts, and you don't have anything to get through assist. Like you don't have any assist circumvention. So yeah, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. But he's still really good. He's still really good. Blueku has rapid ki blasts and a way to circumvent rapid ki blasts. Right? So like not only can he match you ki blast for ki blast, but he can also press EX tackle and get in for free. So like that, yeah. Yeah, Blueku's pretty OD. Now this character, yes sir, we love us some good characters. Z Broly. Okay. What is strong about Z Broly? You'd be harder pressed to find something that isn't strong about Z Broly. Flats back, thank you for the follow. Now listen, man. Armor on almost every button. Best ki blast in the game. 17 frame command grab. Meter dump capabilities. Lariat style move that is also armored. Anti-air command grab. That's extremely fast and you also get nuked off of. Very good A assist. Viable C assist as well. Right? -2 buttons. -2 5L. -2 5LL. -2 2L. So his staggers are some of the best in the game. I know that, bro, It's not just the EX grab. It's the L grab has armor too. All of the grabs have armor. They all have armor. Everything on this character's kit has armor, bro. It's crazy. Why doesn't Hit have a -2 2L? Because you have a -2 5M. Hello? Shut up. Freaking Hit players, bro. Yeah, Z Broly, man. He is oof. I think that Z Broly is like second best in the game right now. I think Kid Buu is better, but I think Z Broly is not far behind. Support value is worse than Gotenks. But like, yeah, you could slap Z Broly on like every team and be fine. I'm gonna have to space the vertical too, because there's a whole lot of yeah. I think Z Broly is legit the second best character in the game right now. Yeah, I don't think Kid Buu or Z Broly lose matchups. Like I have to like literally push everything down. Everything. Bardock is still gonna be hidden no matter what. Bardock's cooked, bro. he's meandering in the middle over there. Okay, is that a little bit better? Is it a little bit better for everyone? UI's down here. We haven't got to him yet. This is a little bit better for people or what? Gotenks better than Tien? I think they're equals. I think they're equally as strong. That's why they're on the same they're on the same level here for tier wise. I just think that Gotenks support is better. That's all. But yeah, Damasu. It's appropriate. It's appropriate because these are the same person, right? So, yeah. Moving on. Okay. Vegeta. Zamasi's better than Black. I think there's an argument there. I think they're both garbage. But I think Goku Black has better neutral. Isn't that crazy? I think he literally has better neutral. Yeah. And that's what I value the most in this game, so. Vegito. Okay. You guys are gonna stop capping on this character, okay? I'm actually tired of America. Not that much better, but better, I think. It's not by much, but I think it's better. I don't know how many times you guys, I don't know if you guys just don't watch Europe, like if you just don't know, or like, I don't really know. Like I don't know why people on Twitter are getting mad that Europeans rate Vegito so highly when he's so clearly like is really good. Like, right? Like think about the game. What does Vegito have, right? He essentially has a lariat with EX kicks that you get nuked off of. He has good space control and anti-assist property with 2 through 6S. He has like not near ambiguous left rights with JS versus cross up JH. A assist is broken, right? Crazy normals in general. Anti-air command grab, which like it's okay. It's okay. It's just like he has a lot. Like I don't know. He also has a 2L that low crushes, right? A 2L that low crushes and jails into vanish. Why isn't UI like? Because I haven't got there yet. Wow, isn't it crazy that I haven't got there yet? Oh my god. Yeah, so like he also has a counter, which is like it's only okay, but I definitely see people get scooped by I definitely see people get scooped by that counter, bro. It's so funny. It goes mad far. You hate this argument about being able to OS is level 3 50-50? You can deadass beat the OS with a DR too. I mean, of course. But yeah, he also has option selects into his air level 3 on 2 through 6S. He has a DHC that allows him to bring to the ground. He also has high damage. He has high damage super as well. The sword super point blank, I think, like nukes like pretty hard. Let me check the numbers on that actually. 870 on Spirit Sword Super. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Fast beam. I don't know how much his level 3 does though. How much does his level 3 do? 1730. Oh, it does this much? Oh, that's actually really good. I thought it was less than that. That's actually really good. I thought it was way less than that. But yeah, so like, yeah, Vegeta is definitely dope. Especially, bro, that A assist is really good. Like, it's really good. And he's a terror in sparking, absolute terror in sparking. Like, it's so hard to deal with. So hard to deal with Vegeta in Spark. So yeah, I would say Vegeta is like support value. I think he's like somewhere in here. How strong do I think he is? I think he's like, God, I'm running out of space. I think he's like somewhere up here, like around here maybe. Bro, they did not think this through. I can't see. Bruh. I don't know why they can't force it to the top. No, Vegeta A is really good. It's one of the best assists in the game, for sure. For sure. I think he's very slightly below these characters, like Piccolo, Trunks. If he's below at all, I think he's very slightly below. This character is really good. I think he's really good. Like, I think he's really strong. I think he's a crazy character right now. The thing is that like America doesn't play the style of Vegeta needed to, like, you know, really bring out his strengths, I don't think. And that's no disrespect to the Vegetas that there are, but there's really not that many in America to begin with. Like, Sub doesn't really do the stuff that he needs to. Like some of the lesser known Vegetos do, right? But that unfortunately does not put a character on the map, you know? Like, you guys are out here like doing a lot of things for the character and advancing his meta, right? But at the end of the day, unfortunately, what matters most to the overwhelming majority of people is what did they see on a big live stream, you know? So it's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't that way. I really wish it wasn't that way. but it is that way, unfortunately. Hopefully someday in the future that changes, but Vegeto's good. He's really good. He's really good. He's really good. Okay. Base Goku, another broken character. He is Base Goku like is another one of those characters that just kind of has everything, right? He has good neutral, access to rapid ki blast, extremely fast beam. His beam is like nigh unpunishable. Like you like almost cannot punish his beam at all. It's crazy. 20 frame command grab that's unreactable, right? He has 2S to catch jumps and play RPS and Spark, which is really strong. He has a reversal, right? Frame 4 reversal, and frame 4 reversals in this game are really strong right now. He also can do tons of damage, has great routes, right? He has good re-jumps, he has loops, he has all that. He has Genki to go through things. He has 2 really good assists, like really good assists. He has extremely high damage on Spirit Bomb, of course. Kaioken also high damage as long as a character is dead. Just a lot, like this character just has like so much utility. So much utility. You guys don't see Vegeta? He's right there. Bro, it's so hard to see Vegeta, bro. It's so hard. I don't know why they won't let me put him on top instead of having him under, bro. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I think Base Q is hold on, let me see. Kid Buu, Z Broly, Gotenks, King Gohan. He's like 5th or 6th. I think he's like support value. He's like probably like in between here, something like that. I think he's definitely stronger than 21. I just probably should move Gotenks over a little bit. Base Q like here, I would say. I think he's the best anchor. Can't you move Piccolo and Trunks out and put them back in there? Wait, what? Is that how that works? I don't think so. Am I missing something? Like, am I missing something? Like, it's so hard to see, bro. Why do so many characters in this game have to be so close to each other? That's the real issue. And by issue I mean like it's a pretty good thing, but he's not as versatile in team builds as Broly. I disagree. So this is hard. This is a difficult conversation. So what you mean by that is that like not every character Genki Damas, right? But like I still think he's ultra broken even if your team doesn't Genki Dama, is the way I want to put it. I think he's still ultra busted even if you don't Genki. I think he's still broken. There's also a lot of relevant characters that do Genki, so it's like not that bad. But yeah, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I still think he's a better anchor, but yeah, a little bit less flexible than Z Broly probably. Yeah. So yeah, I get that. Maybe I should move him a bit further to the left. But I think his assists are so strong that I don't want to move him too far. I can't see. Spirit Bomb and the neutral assist. He has a neutral assist though. You wish Beam was B? That would be, oh my god, that would be so stupid. Oh my god. That would be so fucking stupid, bro. That would be so dumb, bro. It would be so stupid. Oh my god. That would be so broken. Don't do that. Don't. Roshi got Beam on A? Yeah, but no one's playing Roshi A, you know? He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it, alright? Alright, base Vegeta. So people, I don't know why people don't think this character is still, like, he's still broken. Like, I don't get it. He's still stupid. His routes are all really stupid. He does great damage. He builds great meter. His neutral is really good. His Ki Blast game is super good. He has frame traps into M kick. He has great buttons. He has -2 5L. He has mix. He has disc mix. He also has J2H mix. Like what? Why? What? It's crazy to me that people don't think this character is insane anymore. Just because you can't mash EX kick out of every situation anymore. Like he's, yeah, this character is still like just nukes you on everything. He has a 980 damage super for whatever reason. I don't know why, but he does. I don't know why. Yeah, he is level 3 as well. Like, I think his support value is like probably not great. Probably not great. Like, I don't think base Vegeta's support value is very good. Because A assist is fine for the angle it chooses, but it's also low block stun. Not every comp can use low block stun assist as much as they would like to. His level 1 DHC is fine though. Level 3, he doesn't really get much off of like level 3 DHCs. Yeah, I feel like he's a little bit greedier. He's a little bit greedier of a character than some of the others. J2H mix can be reflected? Nope. It's a true 50-50. Yeah, so like I think he's like a little bit off kilter. But he's still like, look how high he is up here though, like, right? I think 21's better. I think 21's a little better. I would say. I think 21's a little better than him. But he's like definitely like broken as shit. SP3518, thank you for the follow. Why do you keep hearing that J2H mix isn't real? What base Vegetas are you guys playing against? Which one are you talking about? Hello? Oh, they're talking about post level 3. Oh. So like, it's complicated. It's actually more complicated than it might seem. I think it's like, if you're in the corner and you do toss up level 3, you can't overhead them without them being able to jump because it's not fast enough to hit jump start up or something. I think was the research that was done on it. But like you'll still hit people, and he is an anti-reflect string out of the low option as well. And his Oki mid screen is like unblockable. The Ssj float mix is like actually fucked up. You're talking about block string J2H? Oh, that's definitely not reflectable then. Like, if he's playing a real high block stun assist, yeah, you can't reflect. If he's playing Bardock B, Kid Buu A, like, nah, you can't reflect. It's true. Who's trying to be up backing after level 3? Yeah, it's like, if you want to hold up back on level 3, okay, then be my guest, I guess. But like, don't complain to me whenever. don't complain to me whenever you get your character nuked, bro. Okay, cooler. You're staying out of this? I mean, we're pretty open-minded around here, so it's like whatever. Cooler is weird. Cooler's in a weird spot this season. He has really long range normals. He has access to plus frames. He is a full screen low. He has a DP. He technically cannot be safe jumped because of the counter level 3, which is frame 1. He has 3H, of course, which is like actually even more relevant now than it used to be, because in case you guys didn't know, UI Goku assist is projectile property. So yeah, if they call UI Goku assist and you 3H, you actually happy birthday them, which is really good, right? If we're talking about like anti-meta characters, because UI Goku is a very strong part of the meta right now. It also goes through Gotenks B assist since it's airborne. Yeah, so like it's really good. You feel like people sleep on Cooler. So the issue with Cooler is his routes aren't the greatest, and it's hard to mix. It's hard to mix with Cooler. It's really hard. Those are like the weak points of the character. But like, yeah, he's still. I think there's still a lot of merit. There's still a lot of merit to Cooler, especially because he has DP assist, and DP assists are really good. DP assists in this game are like really good. He also has air DP, right? Air DPs in this game are really good. Really strong. He's great at air to airing. He's great at anti-airing. It's just like he has a bunch of tools. It's just like people think that every character has to be like a crazy mixed character, and I don't think that's true. I think Cooler has a certain niche that's valuable on a team. He also has high damage level 1. High damage, like he nukes you on level 1, right? He super nukes you. And level 3, I think level 3 is pretty high damage too, right? Yeah, 1764. So great damage on supers. So yeah, it's just like the only place the character really lacks is like it's like it's offense, right? Because it's mix and routes. Those are because like he can still stagger you pretty well, and he has access to his own plus frames, so like he can like do some stuff. Like you will get hit. Like I've seen so many people that cap every day and they say, you know what, bro, I don't think Cooler's that good because you'll never get hit by Cooler, and then they step into the clouds and then they get smoked by Cooler, and I'm just like, what do you mean? Like I don't. He just doesn't have 50-50. He just doesn't have 50-50s. That's like what he really lacks. Yeah. So he's just weird. He's weird. His viability is like really dependent on what's being played at the moment. Is what it feels like. Yeah, bro, his level 1 is so stupid. It's like 908 damage. It's two damage points short of what Tien Gohan's super does. Nova Nagi, thank you for the follow. So like, yeah, I think Cooler has a lot of merit. I don't think he's like super duper strong right now, but some people have him like down here and stuff, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think like, I think Cooler's like around here-ish, something like similar to Hit. I don't know where I want to put him on the support axes though. DP assists are just really good right now. They're really good. But Hit also has a DP assist, right? So like maybe I would swap their places. Like maybe Cooler's like down here and Hit's like here. Beacon. Better than Ssj? They're on the same level. Hello? How do you read this and think that he's better than Ssj? In fact, Ssj would be strictly better because he's stronger support and on the same level. What are you talking about? Can you read? Can you read or what? Alright, good talk. Cooler looks higher than Ssj. These are... I mean, what do you want me to do? Like, put him... It might just be like because the way the angles are. I don't know. Like, is this lower than Ssj to you guys? Or is this on the same level? I think like this is like the same level, right? I don't know. This it doesn't, bro. Oh my god, you guys are so annoying. Jesus Christ. Okay, are you happy? Are you happy? Okay, I don't care if you're happy. Shut the fuck up. All right. Anyway. Oh, what's up, Ice? How you doing, bro? 17. Okay, 17. Great meter build. Anti-air Rekkas can't be guard canceled. Also, he got buffed, so like he doesn't have to spend Power Blitz to knock down anymore. So that's like a really good change for him. I think that's actually like a really good change for him. He also has a DP level 1, so that's like pretty cool. The issue with 17 to me is his air game. I think he's just not a great character when he goes into the air. But he also has a good assist on top of that as well. I think 17's A assist is quite valid. I don't feel that way about the other assists. I don't feel that way about his other assists, but I think his A assist is pretty valid. I think Cooler, yeah, I think Cooler is better than people give him credit for. Especially with how many like relevant assists get smoked by 3H in meta right now. He can afford to power blitz and neutral now. It's not cheap. The barrier with the follow up with 17. Yeah, I'm saying like it's like a really good assist. It's like really good. He has stuff for sure. Yeah. 17, I think he's definitely on the left side. I think he needs help in the neutral, since his air game is like so not great, and it's like even so like it's cool because 17 and 18 both have the same issue where when they go into the air they like are way worse characters than when they're on the ground. But at the very least 18 is able to mitigate to some effect by doing 17 calls. By doing like barrier or like the key blast, like she can do that, right? He can't really do that because like wall dive is not that great of a move, and his air to airs aren't super great either. Like his buttons are really stubby overall. So yeah, I think 17 is like probably like I would say like Blue Vegeta tier. I would say like down here somewhere. Something like that, but he's a great battery. I think he's a really great battery. 3H doesn't beat everything. No, it doesn't beat everything. It beats a lot of relevant stuff though. Makis, thank you for the follow. He said everything. My man is crazy. You think 18 barrier assist is better than 17? It just depends. They're two different assists. They're both barriers, but they're two completely different assists. Jiren. Okay, so Jiren's way more popular this season. He has the unsafe jumpable property, thanks to his level 1 counter, or his frame 1 counter rather. He has the other counter that's bugged and will be fixed eventually, but hasn't been yet. Has good staggers. Right, has -2, 2L, 8 frames, M starter, really strong. 5S in neutral is also really good. So where Jiren lacks is mix. His offense is not as scary as some of the other characters in meta right now. I also think that his air game is not super great either. Jiren, his JL is at least good. So he does have he has better air to airs than like say a 17 or an 18. But like most Jirens are just pressing JS in the air. You're gonna get super dashed at, bro. Like you're gonna get super dashed at. So I'm warning you. But that being said, like he also does really good damage. He does great damage. High damage level 1, high damage level 3. Those are also really good. 17 and 18 fill different positions. They're not the same. Yeah, for sure. they're two completely different characters. Yeah. Yeah. So, Jiren, he has 2 good assists as well. So like that's pretty solid. He just really, the offense is where he lacks. Like he just, it's just like 5H is like 28 frames or something. Like it's something silly. Now people will get grabbed by it, but you have to get, it feels like Jiren's more of a conditioning character, right? He's more of a conditioning character than like mixed character. Jiren C is this 5S, I think, I want to say. But yeah, his A assist and B assist are both really good. Does good damage. And you know, he can also do some counter stuff to throw your opponents off, even though I don't think the counters are like super crazy. Like even though it's bugged, even though it's bugged, I still don't think like his counters are like insane. I think the strength really comes from the strength comes from like his neutral is like pretty good. For a character that doesn't have rapid ki blast, like his neutral is pretty good, all things considered. And you're able to, if you're able to condition your opponent, then like you're just gonna nuke entire health bars. You hate that he can call assist during count. Yeah, it's cap. It's cap. So yeah, I'm not someone that thinks super highly of Jiren, but I think just like being fair to the character, I have to put him like somewhere around here-ish probably. I don't think he is, yeah, I don't think he's like 18, I don't think he's 18 blue Ku tier by any means. I also think Bardock is likely a little better. Maybe like blue Vegeta tier, but better on the support end because his assists and whatnot. His DHC is really high damage, gives SKD. Like, is he gonna be peeking? My man Jiren just in the cuts, something like that. Somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Somewhere like that. How do you time out people in chat? You hover over the screen, and then there should be a little purple square that says timeout with bits that comes up. Yeah, on mobile it's on top of chat. Okay, Videl. What's the explanation for Yamcha? He's still a fantastic support character. 2 broken assists. He just the problem with Yamcha is he loses a bunch of matchups because rapid ki blasters kind of give him the hands. But he has tools, like really consistent punish game, lariat style move, can stagger his Rekkas for RPS purposes. Plus on block 5H, 0 on block 5M. He's just weird. He's just a weird character, but still valid. Still valid. So Videl is like annoying. Like Videl's really annoying. So the question is, do I think that the things that Videl has, what does she have, right? She has great mix. Her routes got a lot better in season 3.5. She has a way to circumvent assist calls, right? She has 6H. Sandman calls are like pretty solid. They're like okay, I would say. So like, yeah, her like offense and her pressure is like pretty good, but the question is, do I think those things make up? Do they make up for her lack of a reflect? And I don't think so. I truly do not think so. So like it's rough. It's rough. That being said, A assist is really fast. It's like a discount Bardock assist. Her C assist I heard was actually like pretty valid too. It's similar to Ssj Vegeta, where it's a fully invol DP assist. So like that could be valuable as well. But man, not having a reflect, like, just this character is just like such in such a weird place. Man, this is I don't even know where to put her, to be honest. This is like really hard. Support wise, she's like not super great. She needs the best type of support that there is. She needs dev support is what she needs. Like I can't it's hard for me to place her. It really is. Because like people will say, like, you know, if she had a reflect she would be like high tier or whatever, right? But she doesn't have a reflect. So like, yeah, I don't think she's I would just keep her here for now and move on. Okay, who followed me? I didn't even see. Oh, Zinsis Beats, thank you for the follow. Would she be high tier if she had a reflect? No, well, I don't know if she'd be high tier. She might be bottom of high tier or top of mid tier. Her neutral is still not great. Like, I don't think she, yeah. I don't think her neutral is that good. Like, and neutral is the most important aspect of the game. So, you think her neutral isn't bad at all? Okay. I don't see how that could be the case. Her air game is not great. Can only like Sandman can mitigate a little bit, but like EX Lariat is slept on and Piercing S forces you to play around it, but none of those. What if Spot Dodge became 2-2S and she got a reflect? That's what they should do, but they're not going to. They're not gonna do that. It's like, do you think it's like Bardock neutral, right? Like it's like okay, but it's not good. Like like yeah, that's like, I think it's very similar. I don't think it's that good. Like I really don't. And Bardock's Lariat's also better. Her 5S beats every Ki Blast, but when does it beat every Ki Blast? How fast does it beat every Ki Blast? I've seen it lose a lot. I've seen Lucar play a lot, and he tries to press 5S, and he gets stuffed out of it before he can even do anything. You should have had to say man reflect for it. Bro, I don't even know what that animation would look like. You think it's on the active hitbox? I mean, I would love to know the actual data, but I as it stands, I think Videl's neutral is like okay at best. It's okay at best, and her defense sucks. That's what it feels like to me. So like that's two of the three aspects of the game that are not, they don't really shine, but her offense shines. No one knows videos data, bruh. Come on, son. Oh my god. Oof. What is Vidal lacking aside from assist? I reflect. Probably she could probably stand to have better air game too. So below 16? No, I don't think she's below 16. I think this is the appropriate spot to put her for now. Because, yeah, until she gets a reflect, I don't even think it's a character. I still don't. You like Vidal grounded buttons and combos? Yeah, her ground game is like pretty okay. Her air game I don't think is that great though. Anyway, GT Goku. Okay. He's like GT's like Cell, kind of. GT's like Cell, except like his assist is like just out of control. That's the thing about GT, is that like in terms of like how they play neutral, right? These two characters play very similarly, right? In the neutral game. Okay, but the problem is that his YOLO is way stronger. Like GT's YOLO is way stronger. EX Orb is really good. EX punches are really good. And his support value is undoubtedly higher because both A and B assist are like really strong. But if his assist was top 1, GTA does fix the game. That's facts. Best assist in the game, definitely. But I don't know if that's enough to justify putting his support value like super far over here. But I think GT is like still really good. I think he loses matchups like right. Like there's a lot of these characters in between here that like lose a lot of matchups, but like can mitigate with proper team comp. Or in GT's case, like he can YOLO, right? He can YOLO in spots that other characters cannot YOLO. Like Piccolo, like if Piccolo is being kept out in a bad matchup, he doesn't have anything to just be like, all right, I'm YOLOing. Aside from a system mechanic, like he can YOLO Super Dash if he wants to, but GT at least has like, okay, I can't get in. Let me orb to try to get something to work here, right? So like that's at least an option that he has. What makes his support value lower? What, GT? I think GT support value is like pretty solid actually. You can't make it bad because it's the best assist in the game, right? This assist breaks Dragon Ball Fighters. So yeah, I think he's like around here. Like I think he's worse than Krillin, but I think he's like with these characters. I still think he's very strong. Yeah, he's peeking out there. But you don't need like, it's so broken. Lower damage super is still powered up. Yeah, so he has low damage DHC. Well on 1, right? It's like 720. What's his level 3? Where are you? Oh, here, 1659. Okay, that's like low, but not like unserviceably low. Might have to move him to the left a little bit. And GT level 1 is 720, right? 720, so the same as Gotenks. Okay. Yeah, like, so his DHCs are not great until you lose a character, but then they're actually like really good whenever you do lose a character. So like that's kind of hard to place. That's like kind of hard to place. Maybe like he and Trunks are like similar. It's just hard. It's hard for me to not put him like towards the top of the support tier list, just because like that A assist just breaks the game, bro. It just breaks the game. The strength of this assist is like actually absurd. He should have been Flash Fist. Jesus. We don't need him to have a better C assist. You already have the best assist in the game. Just pick it, alright? Just pick it. If you're picking GT, alright? One of the overwhelming majority of the reason people still pick GT is because of the A assist. So just pick it. That's the only thing he has over Trunks as a support. Not necessarily, actually. Well, if you're considering the odd dynamic between like when his supers are high damage, when they're low damage, that gets kind of iffy. But Trunks also can't DHC into level 3 everywhere because it's a grab and it's, you know what I mean? So like you can't direct Z change into Trunks in a lot of situations because that shit just doesn't work. So like I think that's something to consider too. But that A assist is better support than anything Trunks has. I think that A assist is better than anything that Trunks, like this A assist is better than most characters. You like his damage and how hard he is to catch. What, GT? Yeah, he's hard to pin down. And he has meter dump capability, which is really nice. Kind of lacking in the mix department nowadays though, because they took away like orb mix. Like I think honestly I would probably put like GT like on top of Trunks, but I can't, then you won't be able to see. I think they're like the same tier of character. I just think like that A assist is just so strong. It's so strong. That's like hard to say. You can get away with Pogo mix from block stun assist. They're also like pretty they're pretty similar in Spark too, actually. People underrate GT because all they think about is him on screen. The idea is for him to never play. Yeah, but like the idea of any character would be to never play except your point character, right? That would be the idea if your strategy is being executed perfectly. So like, yeah, that's pretty. Doesn't GT have one of the better card cancels? Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, 5S card cancel Dragonash. He also has like solo plus frames with like J2H, even though it's like kind of gimmicky, a little bit. Little bit gimmicky. Little bit gimmicky. But he has RPS too. But he does hate being reflected though, I will say. He does hate being reflected now, so that's kind of awkward. that's kind of awkward. Killer is good now. Excuse me. Okay, Janemba. Janemba has a lot of stuff too. Neutral's really good. He has a way to mitigate assist calls. He has great routes. He has great routes now with like the EX Hell's Gate and stuff like that. Buttons go pretty far. Command grab, but it's pretty slow, but still valid. Slash goes like full screen. EX Slash is like pretty crazy. Level 3 Oki. Yeah, like he's pretty. I think Janemba's pretty good. Janemba's pretty good, I would say. I think where he really shines is he's another like pretty heavy support character. Like his assist is pretty good. Has level 3 Oki off of DHC. The level 1's a little awkward because it's a cinematic sometimes, but I don't know how much that actually like messes up people in practice. He has teleport. Like yeah, I think he builds meter faster than others from EX Orb. Yeah, that's because the EX Orb is not considered E himself. His DHC always pushes to the corner. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. That's true. Yeah, Janemba's good. This is like really good. Like yeah, I think he's like a really strong support character. Like really good support character. support wise, probably like somewhere in here. He and Krillin are like really similar characters to me. They're like really similar. I would put Janemba like maybe in this tier. Maybe this tier is fine. Maybe this tier is fine. Cause like I think Krillin and Majin Buu are better, but like he's much more flexible. Janemba's like way more flexible. He has to do the super himself. It's not his DHC. Oh yeah. He can DHC safe. Not with everyone. Not with everyone, but that is something that is nice with a lot of comps. We are not putting the Janemba on the same level as Piccolo. I think he's in this tier. Do you not? I think he is. I think Janemba's pretty messed up, bro. I think Janemba's pretty messed up. I don't know. I think he's pretty. I think he's pretty borked, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, his neutral's much better. He's level 3 Oki. His command grab. He has great routes. He's pretty flexible team building wise. Like I think they're both. I think they're similar. I think they're really similar. They're like of equal strength, but Janemba's just way better support character than Piccolo. But Piccolo's offense is way better. I think this placement is fine. I think he's really strong. I think he's really strong. I'm not gonna hold you. His command grab is good. It's not like super great, but it's an option, right? Yeah, it's not like OD like. But you don't want to play against Janemba where he has like a 17 framer. Like you don't want that. You don't want that, bro. Let's search your eye. I'm gonna space them. I'm gonna space them later, Ice. Don't worry, bro. How am I defining good support? So a good support character. So there's a lot of things that go into it. How much do you need to build a team around them? How flexible they are in team building, right? And then there's a lot of different aspects. How good are their assists? How good are their DHCs? Do they enable like a lot of character specific things on characters? Like do their supers have like SKD property? Can they enable like, you know, stuff like Gohan level ups, charge special beam cannon? Like these are like support aspects, right? Are they greedy? Like do they build meter for the team? Do they require a ton of meter to make work? There's like a lot of things that go into support. So like Cell, right? So like Cell, you need to like pretty much build a team around Cell because you need something that enables him in the neutral, and then you also need something to enable his mix. It's really hard for Cell to survive in the neutral without the proper support, and he himself does not support very well because his assists are not very great, right? Like they're not that good. Like, and his DHCs are like standard. Like they don't have any special properties or anything like that. But he does have level 3 Oki in the corner, but it's only in the corner, so it's like, yeah. Does that make sense? Who asked me that question? I don't even know. Oh, it's Tomojo, right? Yeah. Okay. Like some of this is some of it's nebulous, bro. A lot of characters are really close, so. Janemba's frame 4 is ridiculous. You talking about teleport? Yeah, we mentioned teleport. It's really good. Yeah. It's pretty insane. Okay, Gogeta still needs a lot of help, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you love the Super Broly movie. All right, I know. You guys just want to go out and you want to pick Gogeta, Blue Goku, Blue Vegeta. I know, man. It hurts, but he still needs a lot of help. I will say his damage is great. His damage is fantastic. I will say. And he can mix you. But the neutral feels really lackluster even still. And the frame data still feels really lackluster as well. Now they buffed some of his buttons, right? Like they buffed 2M, so now it goes like really far. But like, I think the essence of what issues the character had are still there. So it's like really hard. So you need to pick an assist that helps him get in, and then you needed an assist that helps him mix. But then you also you just need a lot of things. It almost feels like you need 3 assists for Gogeta. It almost feels like you need 3 assists for Gogeta, man. It's unfortunate. But he's like, to me, he's like an RPS character. 5L and 2L got less recovery. 5M and 2M got faster. I feel that. That's what's up. I hope Ssj 4 is good. If he had an actual Ki Blast, yeah. It's just like having, even though it's beams on a button, it's like still not great to be committing to beams, right? Wawa plays him like an RPS character. That's how you should play him, I think. The problem is that a lot of the RPS that is done with the character is actually not even that great because of how bad the frame data is. I think a lot of successes that Wawa finds with the character is because people respect Wawa very heavily, right? That's what it feels like to me. Yeah. So like, Vegeta is like, I think he needs a lot of help. I think he's like here or something. Feels like he still needs a ton of help. You wonder whose idea it was to give Gogeta horrible frame data? I don't know. Maybe they were scared he would be too strong if he had good frame data. I don't know. He has a lot of issues, man. It's hard. It's hard for this guy. S Broly. All right, this character is like kind of contested a lot lately too. So S Broly, is weird. Kind of weird. Kind of a weird character to place amongst all of this. So like on paper he has a lot of tools, right? He has rapid Ki Blast, he has beams on a button, he has an anti-air move, he has armor, he has pretty long range on his buttons. 5L goes pretty far, or not 5L, JL goes pretty far. 2L is of course a really good button. 5M like anti-reflects very well. He has like stomp RPS if you want to go that route. There's just like a lot of stuff that he has on paper. It's just like a matter of, it feels like he's like a jack of all trades, master of nothing type deal, except for damage. Now he is a master of damage. This character nukes you really hard, like really nukes you. 2 centimeters deep, thank you for the follow. That's so deep. Yeah, he hurts a lot. So I will say he's definitely a damage master. But all the other things feels like he's just okay. He's just okay with. Like the neutral is like solid. You know, the defense is solid. But like nothing too crazy. Now he does have some stuff that like no other character really has, like, well, not no other character, but few other characters. Like he has the frame 1 anti-air invulnerable command grab, right? He has the, you know, the EX punch, like converting into damage is like actually crazy. But I still think like his frame data leaves a little bit to be desired. And it feels like in the neutral it's a little bit, it's way easier. It's way easier to snuff out S Broly than it is like a Z Broly, right? So yeah, I think he's like pretty solid, honestly. I don't think people like, I saw some people that have him like bottom 10. To me, like that does not make sense, considering that like he has a command grab, he has ways to open you up, and he also he's one of the few characters that it actually makes sense to go for soft knockdown with, because his 2L covers up tech, and that's like a really nice luxury to have. in Dragon Ball Fighters. It's like having a button that you can just press to cover up tech. That's like really, really good. And you can also convert it into a full combo if they get hit. So like that's like really good, I think. That being said, I think he's like and I think his B assist, I don't know why people are not picking B assist on him. To be honest. Yeah, let me start spacing some of these out. I'm just trying to make things a little easier to see here for you guys. Jiren might have to hold that. These are gonna be hard because I think all of these characters are like pretty similar. I'm like space them like that. Oh, what's up, Vegeta? How you doing, bro? This, like this. Majin Buu can stay up right where he is. I had Majin Buu higher than Beerus, right? I think I did. And like this guy. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. But yeah, Broly, I would put like he's somewhere like towards the bottom of high tier or top of mid tier. I like him more than these characters. I like him more than 17. Yeah, I think he's like somewhere in here. Maybe his support value is a little better because B assist. I have base Vegeta above 21. Oh no, I think 21's better. I need to drop him. I just I'm like in the process of shifting everyone down, so E. His support is good too. High damage supers. Yeah, he also has DP. Like that's pretty good. Like maybe he fits into this window. Somewhere in here. I don't know if do I think he has better support than Tien? Hard to say. I think it's similar. I think his assist support is better, but Tien's DHC support is better. That's hard. That's like really hard. It's really hard actually. Like it's pretty. It's like really close. They're like probably like closer to each other like this. But for the sake of being able to see, I'm gonna put him there for the time being. That was some Prime Kanto. I see. Oh, there's only 3 characters. All right, Kefla. Kefla has a good amount of tools. Key blasts are pretty good. She has a move to go through projectiles. She has dash. Her assist is really strong. Her buttons are like kind of silly, like 5M silly, JM silly. 6H will catch a lot of people off guard. She has a low hitting lariat, which is really good. Goes like most of the screen. Does pretty good damage as well. DHC is good because it can hit anywhere. Yeah, no, Kefla is just like very like a very vanilla character for me, you know? Like maybe I should remove these. Give a little bit more space. Vegito can breathe. A better Vegito? What? I don't think they're very similar at all. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah, broken assist for sure. Sure, she has the same assist as 21, so. Yeah, Catflow's just like, it's just like, man, this character is good, and like, yeah, you just kind of move on. Like, yeah, this character is just good, and then like, I don't really know what else to say about her. She's just like kind of, yeah. It's just like, yeah, you know, like there's not a ton to dwell on. I feel like most of the things in her kit are just like pretty good, and it's like, yeah, like, all right, cool. Man, but where do I? Okay, hold on. Blue Goku needs to be like here. Now I think that she's like. I think she's on this side over here. I think she gives more. She needs more help than she gives. Mostly because she doesn't like. It feels like most people run her with high block stun, right? Actually, that's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. She's like. Like, oh, Tien should be down here with Bardock. Guys. She's like in here somewhere. But it's hard to put her somewhere that, it's hard to put her somewhere where we'll be able to see her. That's the real problem. It's... Put her under 21? I don't think she's that good. I don't think she's that good. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I would venture to say that I feel she's worse than these two. Or like maybe she's similar to these two. These two are like where I compare the most. But I don't know, bro. That's actually really hard. That's like really hard. Cause like I also value Bardock higher than most people. I think Bardock is still really strong, and like they're like pretty close to each other probably. Like maybe her support value is better since A assist is like so crazy. Put her by Trunks. Like maybe I think most people think she's like better than Bardock, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know how I feel about that. How I feel about that. She peeking, bro. No one has any room to breathe. They need to make this chart bigger, bro, or make the icon smaller or something. I don't think I can do that though, can I? I think Bardock is better, but like I think because of the assist, like I'm fine with putting her like equal. I don't know, bro. They need to make these charts bigger. Why? Why is it like this? Only went full psychopath. I think what I'll do after this is I'll make one of the normal ones too. But I really wanted to do this format because support is pretty dope. Anyway, UI Goku, man, this is the character of the season, man. He just kind of does it, right? He has like 6 reversals, 6 or 7 reversals. And he just like kind of does it. He has great buttons. His A assist is pretty strong. DP assists are really good. Really good RPS character, both on offense and on defense. Well, that's good for you, Safe, but it's not your tier list, bro. So you can make your own and put him higher if you want to. Yeah. So like, yeah, UI. There's like not really a lot to say about this character either. He's just kind of silly. Like his buttons are all really good. He does really good damage off of like really basic combos. He has level 2 that you can DHC into. Good damage on level 3. Good assist. Can't be safe jump technically. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's just a lot. I think in terms of support value, he's like, I think he's between Teen Gohan and Gotenks as far as support goes. Because even though like the level 2 thing is like really important, the level 2 DHC is like really, really important. Also the assist is really good. So he might be like peaking. Okay, hold on. Can I just, okay, I can put, I forgot I can put Kid Buu like, well, okay, let me space out the top tiers real quick. Yeah, the level 2 out of DHC and like auto cricks to the ground, they look really good. I think he's top 5. I don't think he's I think there's arguments to be made on whether he's like top 3 or not. Like I think all these 3 characters are like all pretty similar strength, but for different reasons. Like they're real similar. They're real similar. I do think solidly Z Broly and Kid Buu are better though. I do honestly believe that. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to hold that. But he's broken. Like he's definitely broken. all these characters up here are pretty busted, to be honest. Like this quadrant, like these like 9 like these like 8 characters up here. Yeah, they're dumb as shit. they're all dumb as hell. Okay, Roshi is like. Roshi's like the definition of a support character. Like he is like he is gonna be like over here somewhere no matter where we end up putting him, because like, right, the assist is super broken. He also has level 2 DHC, which is really good. But I think the character as a character on point is like not super great. Now he has stuff, like he has like the plus on block, like reverse Kame stuff. I think that's good. The command grab is like a thing, but it is pretty slow, but it will hit people if you're able to condition them rather. I just think that Roshi as a character on point is like so counterintuitive to play that like in tournament environments it could be really easy for someone to just mess up. It's really easy for someone's muscle memory to kick in and forget that he doesn't have a regular super dash, and then like you just put yourself in a really bad situation. That's what it feels like to me. But like he's okay. I think he's an okay character. I just think his support, bro, like his support is like so crazy. It's like so hard. It's so hard to deal with like the stuff that he brings to the table. Yeah, I think like he's like somewhere around here. I don't think he's as good as like I really don't think he's super great as a character on point, but like, man, that assist and that DHC I think are really valuable. Like really valuable. He also does like good damage too, right? He does do like fine damage. He has good corner carry as well, so that's like things to consider. Yeah, He's an old ass man. he's an old ass man. Is the best way I can put it, bro. He's just kind of he's kind of him. Okay, hold on. Can I space some of this stuff out more? There's so much, man. Too many characters in this game. Bardock, Kefla, Tien. Let's like blow these out a little bit more. S Broly might have to hold that. No. Boom. 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 S Broly might just be cooked. He's just kind of in a weird spot. I don't think there's a way for me to I don't think there's a way for me to make it so S Broly can breathe. I don't think there's a way I can do it. I think you can see everyone else fine though, right? I think S Broly's the one that you can't really see. Okay. Let me see what this would look like on a regular one too. Why is Videl off the chart? Because she needs the best type of support, and that is dev support, because she needs a reflect. So like, yeah. Let's see what this looks like on Tier Maker. This should be pretty quick since I already did the regular one. If Videl had a reflect, top of mid tier, I think, for Videl, if she had a reflect. Can we do a sub tier list? What are you talking about? Go away. Oh, why guys crab out the, but that's OD. That's OD. Okay. Let's do this then. I'm gonna run through this real quick. So and I'll do some ordering stuff in a sec. Is there here? Let's go there. Ginyu. Do I have a Ginyu tier? I should make a Ginyu tier. Ginyu's such a weirdo, bro. Cooler's weird too. Frieza, Sam, Gohan, Tien, Black, Blue, Ssj, Gotenks, Hit, Buzz. Where did I put Hit? Oh, I put Hit the same place I put Cooler, yeah. Okay. I was like, I think I put him there. Krillin, Majin Buu, Nappa, Piccolo, Vegeta, Tien. I think I put it here, right? Tien was next to Bardock and Kefla. The Tien would be like maybe top of this or bottom of this. Ginyu. Okay, should I just put the Ginyu tier at the bottom? Because this makes it feel like I think Ginyu's like necessarily better than all these characters. I don't think that's necessarily true. Should I just put Ginyu at the bottom and then people like don't get tight at me? I don't know. Put Ginyu above S. I feel like people would freak out way more about that than like this is like the don't get hit tier, right? Like Nappa and Ginyu are here. Where did Ginyu go? Hello? Am I tripping? Chat, am I tripping? I deleted it. They just go away if you delete the tier? It doesn't go back? What the heck is that? What? Why is it like that? Okay, okay, it gets put back here. Okay. Oh, I'm like, bro, what the heck? What in tarnation? Oh my god. Okay. I think I put Vegeta there, right? Yeah. Yamcha. Right, I think I put Yamcha towards the bottom of, yeah. Jin went here, I think. Adele was... Okay. Okay. So my order is... This character's broken. This is where it gets hard. This is where it gets really difficult. I think Blue Goku is like here. Bardock. Tien, Cell. Vegeta's probably better. Trunks. Yamcha. Roshi. These are all supports. Put them down here for now. Janemba's also. Efla is probably like here. Cell, Tien. I think GT has to be better just on virtue. Again, I think Janemba's better. Janemba's better than this guy too. Is better than Kefla? Yeah, I think so. Better than GT? Yeah. Better than Vegito? This is probably around where I would put Janemba. Okay. Cell, Tien, Trunks. Trunks is probably here. I'm fine with putting Tien over Yamcha. Maybe Roshi over Yamcha. Maybe. Oh, what's going on? Okay. I think Cooler is like probably top of his tier. Esperly should be up here too. Blue Vegeta. Oh, what just happened? Huh? Blue Vegeta probably is top of his tier. It is like 17. Jiren probably higher too. Please be vocal about it. Wait, what happened? What did I do? Yeah, bro, I just sat here for, how long did I sit here? I explained every character. Like, if you chose to not listen and you care only about letters instead, then that's on you. I don't. Oh, okay, bet. Hey, go crazy then, chat. I think these two are hard. These two are difficult. Actually, like, it might both be better than Gohan. It'd be like that. I think Frieza is definitely better than these two. And Zam is better than Goku Black. Yeah, probably. These two, I'm not placing Nappa and Ginyu. It's too much. These. What do you mean? At least 58% of the cast is in S tier. Yeah, the people that do like people are doing this, right? They're like S plus S. They'll do like SS plus, and then we'll do SS, and then we'll do. None of that matters, bro. It's all relative anyway. So like, yeah. So just because someone's in D tier, like if you think all the cast is viable, then you're gonna think that either way. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think this is how I feel. I think this is how I feel, chat. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I post both whenever I post on Twitter? Can I add a couple of tiers above the Videl tier? She's really out here, bro. I just realized how funny it is that she's really off in space like this. That's hilarious, bro. Oh my god. Can you share the song? This is called Sanctuary in the Glades. It's from Ori 2. This is the video I use for all of my like YouTube videos and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, this is probably how I feel about the game right now. I don't think I have anything that's too outlandish. I think these two are like equal. Unfortunately there's no equal sign. If I could put equal sign between characters, that'd be sick. They should do that. They should actually do that. They should actually do that so I could show people that I think they're equal. Actually, there's one more tier I need to add. Sorry. You remember guess the tier list? I remember. If you look at the other list, it's more in Gotenks' favor. Well, they're both on the same level, right? Like how strong I think they are on the same level. It's just like one has better support than the other. That's all. I think Gotenks and Teen Gohan are literally like they are like literally like right on top of each other. Box fan with the gift to young Izzy. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. How do I feel about people putting 21 top 3? She's definitely not top 3. Like, yeah, as the authority on Android 21, like definitely not top 3. But she's definitely in top tier though, like 100%. Do I compare my thought to making this to my thoughts when making the tier list at the start of season? Wait, what do you mean? Do you compare your thought to making this to your thoughts when making the tier list at the start of 3.5? What do you mean? The start of 3.5? I didn't make a tier list at the start of 3.5. I wait really long to make tier lists because it takes a lot of time for us to like figure out characters' tools and what they need to do. You know, and characters move up and down a lot drastically at the beginning of seasons. Yeah. Is it even worth posting both? I don't know. Probably not. Because then people are gonna nitpick me on like how it translates over, and that's like kind of hard to explain in some cases. I don't know if I want to go through that. I will post this though. I'd rather post or wait. Is this the best way to do it? Oh no, help. You say who cares what people think, but it's my fucking mentions that are gonna get blown up. Yeah, the grid. I want to post the grid. I care about the grid way more than the other. I'm trying to think, did I miss anything major? Jiren got some say in there. You got it. You get It'd be like that. Okay. Let me post this. I don't. There's no like export button, is there? Or yeah, I don't think so. I just have to take a really screenshot. In America, everyone hyping Krillin, but in EU and Japan, Krillin is bottom tier. I don't think EU thinks Krillin's bottom tier. I think Japan does, but Japan doesn't play as many characters as the other regions, so that makes sense. I'm just gonna put it with watch my VOD. That's the caption. What do you guys think? It's gonna take me like a day or two to upload the VOD though. So, yeah. Alright, people. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I was really hesitant to do a tier list this season just because like they tend to bring out the worst in people. But I don't care anymore. If people want to get mad, I'm just gonna let them be mad. It just must be this way. Because how long did I spend explaining myself? 4 hours? Something like that. I think I gave a sufficient enough time to explain my thought processes on characters. But yeah, there are a lot of strong characters this season. But pick Kid Buu, you know? Yeah, there will be no oh my god, like the shitstorm that happened on Twitter over Alucard's tier list. That's not gonna happen with this. Okay, it's time for Cloud, boys. Thank you guys so much for watching the tier list portion. If you're here only for the tier list portion, I ask you why. Why don't you stick around for my normal content? But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Now we're gonna open the clouds and let people kill each other for your enjoyment. So just sit tight.